I believe in you. And there we go. TSB Blue for Vic. Ooh, interesting.
RSVP who's not in the server yet.
Okay, I'm going to need to ask the centaur to jump out, then, please.
I saw it in them. I'm not blind. I fucking saw it.
Yeah, there we go. And let's get the prediction going.
Do
So
we have a
the classic red 4
volunteer
versus
from-
blue 4.
centaur? You can please roll.
For lead though, but I can jump out and make space for
And there we go.
Roger, thank
So,
you.
Yeah, no problem.
as they wrap up slotting, let's go through the teams and see who we have on each side. So this is a search and destroy mission on Altus. Blue 4 is attacking, red 4 is defending. Blue 4 has actually a couple 113s. You don't often see 113s actually. A Humvee, a couple Hueys that are unarmed. Op 4 has 2 Dishcoms and a UAZ Dishcom to defend with. Let's see. The company commander for Blue 4 is Lord Dust. We got Dingo as recon team leader. Fred is going to be the marksman. Fred's pretty good. Tarnfalk as the medic. He's a great player. Armagesus in Alpha for Blue 4. Vonk as well. Trolt. Nice. Legal Action's pretty good. Pads. Good to see. Good to see. There's Ryzen on Bravo 2 along with T5 Rod from the 29th ID. And there's Scandy here on Blue 4 Charlie. And of course, Iander in the Carl Gustav role. Unsung NVA intercepting convoy up. Ooh, Unsung? Ew, cringe. I might come to it, though. Let's see. Second platoon, Strakatenko is going to be leading that, looks like. Forge is there. I haven't seen Forge in a while. Good to see him again. Some other Myrmidon Legion, Edwin Broach. Oh, shit, and we're pushing in. Well, that's all you need to know is that Scandy and then TSB are both on Blue 4, so make your decision there. Norky, USZ, thank you very much for the follow.
Dingo.
Yeah, no, cancel that. We also need to sort out the teams. We still need to get the
My
right
bad.
numbers if there's still
I heard
it's
okay,
alright.
Strack, and I'm like, oh, push us through.
No, I was asking if you'd heard because we'd asked you to move someone.
Oh, my bad.
I don't have my T-Far.
I've just tried to jump in. You wait. We'll see. I've been out now.
I gotcha.
So yeah, that seemed pretty quick. So yeah, that was a
did.
bit of
It
a
was great.
jump to gun.
That
Sorry.
good.
or bad by the
Hey,
First time doing this.
did everyone who RSVP'd get in yet, or?
No, we're still trying to get one more guy in from 4IB.
Alright, I'm gonna hop out then.
quick
Okay,
feedback.
buddy.
No worries, Nordic.
So just be
Hope to
aware
see
of
you
that.
again. If I don't, then
Well,
I
we
will
still
see you
have to
sometime,
adjust teams.
sometime else.
We need to go back
You
to
take
lobby,
care.
right?
Thank you again for
Yeah,
the beat.
we need to go back to
I'll be
lobby
enjoying
because
that.
we need to get the balance done. In regards to balance, all of Centaur that are in here are currently started up on Blue 4, so the numbers. Basically, we need 3 volunteers from groups in Op 4 to jump across into Blue 4. Doesn't matter who. If you fancy fighting against your own guys, just jump on into a
See,
spare
we
spot
have
who
4IB
takes that.
on Red 4, Aim at the Stars on Red 4, Baked Potato Red
Stop
4.
drawing on the fucking map. We can see who you are, and you will be kicked. So stop it.
Before I be.
Ooh, Agios Konstantinos.
He's already in.
Oh, already?
Last time you said you
Flying
started
Finn, yeah, he's Scandy. Guy
He's
Fieri on Blue
already in
4,
the operations
nice.
Okay,
Lolo and
can you please
TSB, yeah, they're on
swap
Blue
me-
4.
There you go, cheers. Right.
Staffelberger
slotted?
on Red
Just people
4.
to slot.
Tessic and the Czechs.
Right back up.
They're, that's a fairly new group,
So-
one that Tessik's in.
Yeah, no, you get
It's
back,
not coming up, but the
I can't stop
you.
here.
Red
Yeah.
Strike, I
That's
believe they're
some
called. They're a
matchmaking
Czech
work.
group, so we have a bunch of
Zen.
Bohemian natives,
Okay,
actually.
I need 3 volunteers who are on Op 4 to come across the Blue 4 to fight against
Oh,
your
nice.
own guys. You don't even need to speak it, we just need the numbers to go up until it's about 65 versus 50.
There, Divincer. Probably gonna do one on Saga if we
Yeah,
get less than
you
20
can.
peeps, switch back to the IFA. Yep, fair enough.
Slightly under. Boom, this is your chance to come fight your own guys. If you've always wanted to have it out for your own team and just see how you do against them, we only need 3 people to jump across.
Do that to them. Kill them all.
I mean, we could both do that to them. Don't do it, three.
Accurate.
No, the point is that Scandy.
Come on, we only need 3 people, so let's get it done, guys.
So they're still
Let's
trying to get that
started.
done. But so Blue 4 will be
Oh,
starting
no.
up here
Gentlemen.
in the heels,
Okay,
the heels
unless you're
of
saying that you
Altus.
know how much to the other
And they'll
team.
be coming down to, I guess, Konstantinos. I
Uh,
feel like
Echo
that
1,
circle's a little
potato, mass, aim at the boss. Hunep.
I don't like that cash position because that circle
What's
doesn't
up?
really obscure
move
it at
across
all.
Blue 4 to balance up.
I feel like putting it down in the town would have made that a better objective. Up
Cheers,
here
Indigo.
at
Right, Indigo, do you want to start, you
Fosha,
guys?
looks like some kind of
I'm
farm.
good otherwise.
That should be interesting. We have these hills on the
Northwest,
west
so
coast
there you
that
go.
could be nice, but at the same time,
already
the hills
gone
up
pushed
here,
through
217,
into,
214,
the mission
218,
match.
You can just hit cancel.
could
and
very
then go back
easily
to the
work
close
against
game.
them and give
I just
Blue
saw
4 a
them
great line of
loaded in,
sight
I think everybody's fine.
down into that farm along with
Okay,
Hill 131.
we...
Let's see what happens. Again, if you want to
Trots.
predict who will win, you can
Person.
bet your channel points.
One.
That should be open for another 15 or so minutes, right up
And
up
you need
until
a second
safe start
platoon
ends.
leader. Yeah, Strack, you want to jump up one?
They was
to,
on with me. We're just still waiting for it to push in. This is they're still
right,
organizing
right,
everything.
You can take platoon lead.
Thank you.
Second
Yes, the Call Me Sound Protection Division.
Sergeant.
Sure.
I think was it 19th
That's platoon.
Battalion?
Leader.
17th Regiment.
If
17th
Delta
Regiment.
2 could move up to first platoon, please.
Very
Delta
nice. And then of course I got Yukari here watching over me on my right
Yeah.
cheek. I'll actually move her a bit
Matt.
closer as well.
And Hunep?
Perfect.
The numbers are good. We don't need any more team switches.
Yeah, this is fine.
Blue 4 is set with first platoon.
There's like no space in
Delta
first
2, if you
platoon.
can move up to
Yeah,
first
she is being
platoon, please,
cheeky,
and
but
over there. Oh, for sure.
no, it's not
There's
misspelled.
no space. There's
It's literally Viking blood, not blood. Viking blood.
Okay, looks good.
I should go ahead and top myself up here.
Okay, awesome. Let's push through to our briefing.
We are already at the briefing. Turn fuck.
Oh,
Tanko, if you could move up to platoon leader 2 for Blue 4 action.
He's gonna take platoon.
we're letting him. He'll take it. He's going to take platoon lead from his position.
And yes, this is by the way, this is a new
Yes, we
music
can.
track. If you didn't notice.
Gentlemen,
This
remember,
is
keep the
Hitman
time
2,
skip
I think
side chat
2018.
Appropriate behaving and nothing inappropriate. Okay, Zarfelt, take us away.
Alrighty, cache Red 4 is defending 2 caches, Blue 4 is attacking. The only thing to note is that around one of the caches there is a couple little tripwire flares. They won't hurt you or anything, but they will make a little bit of smoke, noise, and a little bit of light. So just be aware of that. Otherwise, I think we are good.
Awesome. Blue 4 lead, do you have any questions?
Negative.
Oh,
Yeah, no worries,
do
Mikey.
you have any questions?
I'll read over this more
we're good.
though. It's Total
Awesome.
Sportscasting. It's a
Without
book from
further
Clash, I
ado,
think.
ladies and gentlemen, let's push on into the first round of FNF EU.
You. Hi, Libra.
How are you doing, Barbarian?
I'm doing good. Congratulations on 100,000 subs on YouTube.
I appreciate it, man. It means a lot.
No, it doesn't. I know you. I know it doesn't mean a lot to you.
Well, no. Though, let me clarify. To me, the 100,000 never really meant that much because it was just something in the way. I used to appreciate it, but then YouTube blacklisted my channel for 2 years. Recently unblacklisted it around December, and then with Spiffing Brits, exploit, which isn't really an exploit, it's just how
It's a
YouTube
feature.
shifted the algorithm around. Yeah, it's a feature. And I don't even mean that as a joke. I mean that seriously. That's just how they did it.
Yes,
And they told
absolutely.
no one. That's how it's done. So I haven't cared about it. But the sentiment comes from people reaching out and saying congrats anyway. And that's where I feel pride about it. Because it reminds me that the channel still has a lot of people that care for it. And
Yeah, absolutely.
It's something that I want to keep going,
Absolutely. But yes,
Anyway, I'm drinking
either way,
mead.
correct.
What are you drinking?
Mead. I'm drinking Viking blood mead. From it's
Hey, you
Denmark.
too, buddy?
Wait,
Yeah, it's a good shit.
wait, which one?
Viking blood.
Dansk Mjord, the Burgundy label.
FJOD, yeah.
What the fuck?
Black bottle with
Yeah, like a
slightly,
clay bottle kind of
like,
thing.
Yeah, blackish gray bottle with it's not red, it's like the auburn.
Burgundy.
See, burgundy, that's it. Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
no, Iceberg got me hooked on this stuff like a year ago, and
Damn.
If I ever want to celebrate, this is what I take. They have another
Well,
one.
there you go.
Which is called like Fjord or something. but I don't like it as much. It's more like grape based, but this one, this
Yeah.
is the good shit.
No, it's pretty good. Yeah, Nordic, one of the guys who comes around in my chat all the time, he donated and told me to
Nordic
get
Prophet,
this.
right?
Yeah, Nordic Prophet. Yeah,
he's a
he
good guy.
he donated and was like, hey, buy Viking blood with this or else, and I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. And so yeah, it's good deal for me.
Shit. It's like, for me, it's only like $30 a bottle. It's great.
Yeah, I think around here it was like 25 or 26, maybe around closer to 30 after tax. But yeah, 19%. We're both gonna get fucked up on this stuff. It's gonna be great.
Debating if I'm gonna drink every time we see something that makes us laugh or something that makes us cringe. What do you think?
Yes, I mean I just drink whenever, but yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
But speaking of which, we've already burned about 2.5 minutes, kind of jabbing. But
That's
this
fine.
first.
I mean, it's not like
no.
frickety frack. Hold on. For me, all my settings got reset again. I gotta go into add-on options and get rid of the not connected to TeamSpeak message. So
Right.
Talk about the factions, and I'll join you in a second.
Sure thing. So this is going to be a search and destroy mission here on the western coast of Altus, just north of Kavala, Agliochori, up near Agios Konstantinos. We have Blue 4 attacking, Red 4 defending. Blue 4 is going to be actually not Marines this time. Looks like they are the Marsoc or SOCOM guys. They have not quite M81 camo pattern, but some kind of similar woodland pattern.
It's a woodland pattern of some sort, yeah.
Yeah, 5.56 rifles, M249s, and then an M240 Bravo for the platoon level machine gun, and Carl Gustav for the platoon level AT. In addition, they have the marksman team X-ray with the SR-25, aka the Mark 11, with a nice marksman scope on it. As far as assets, they have two M113 armored personnel carriers with M2 machine guns on top, as well as a Humvee with an M2 on it, and then a bunch of open.
Important to note quickly on those armed assets, there is no armor protecting the gunner, so it's going to be very easy to snipe out the 50 cal guys, and there's no ranged optics on any of those 50 cals either. So they're very, very risky positions to be in, because Op4 is definitely going to prioritize shooting the gunners out of those Vics, but those Vics do contain a very powerful cannon. I also love how we have a gunner in one of the 113s. He has his pistol out as well.
I mean, if it's international, yeah, but it's domestic for him.
Same time.
You're thinking international, but it's domestic for Sparky. Yeah, that'd be funny. Just do a drive-by with your pistol. Drive me closer. I want to hit them with my Glock.
They get close enough, you just
pull the pin and throw the Glock at him.
Like, so he's got the gun facing east. Let's say he gets charged and the guy gets right in front of the 113. Dude just whips out his sidearm and just nails him with it.
That'd be something
Wouldn't
to see.
that be nice for Arma, man? I also love how he turns out, and he turns out before the hatch actually opens, so you see something that you should have never seen before, ever in the mortal realm. But anyway, let's go look at Op4.
Before we do, it is also worth noting that they still have two Hueys, one tan, one kind of olive drab. No machine guns on the side like we usually see, purely just transport. And probably distraction that we'll see. Yeah, reconnaissance and distraction later in the round.
We always see this in Friday Night Fights with air assets. If the whatever faction has the helicopters, if they are on
Hey, Fork. Oh, shit, Fork, you're on Hippo team. Very nice.
Around the
Very based.
opposing faction side. And what that does is it
Ooh,
draws
that sounds
fire,
good.
and it
Check
draws
beer.
attention
Oh,
away
that sounds so
from the
good.
ground. If you have a bunch of units looking up trying to shoot a helicopter, they're not looking down to see potential infantry setting up or charging up to their positions in a thunder run. It's something that you don't think would be effective, but we've seen time and time again in FNF. It's actually very fucking effective for whatever reason. So
absolutely. And in addition, if the helicopters fly over before any contact is made, and they're the ones who get first contact, infantry can, well, obviously reveal their position by firing up at the helicopters, which is a bit of a misplay in most cases, unless they get a lucky tail rotor shot or something. But in that same vein, it can give that intel to the attacking side.
Very true.
But yes, I believe that is going to be it for Blue Force. So yeah, let's go over to Red 4.
So Op4 has a bunch of Urals, a few UAZs, UAZ with the Dishka 50 cal on it, and two sit-down Dishka 50. So they've got only a limited range of fire from the front, So those can't be utilized really for AA because of that limited arc. So you're probably going to see the UAZ on either AA duty or what I like to see, which we rarely see, unfortunately, them trying to use it to counterattack the approaching Blue 4 convoy that'll try to come into the AO.
Speaking
When I do see
Polish.
it, you see a lot of damage done to the attacking faction. If you remember, Barb, it was a while ago in, I believe, it was either Cham or another map like that, where a 117 was able to catch an attacking
absolutely.
truck out of position and just murder the entire squad in it. And it was because of that number advantage that the defenders were able to shift from the attacking faction. They were able to win that round.
Absolutely, yeah. The very early adjustments of numbers, you could say, early strikes like that with a active defense, especially when with a fast asset like a UAZ or a 117, that can absolutely turn the tide of the battle before the battle is even started.
Otherwise, Op4 is your standard Russian kits that you normally do see in Op4. 545 weaponry, PKM as the squad machine gun, PKP as the Foxtrot and Charlie 1 machine gunner groups. We're going to see an RPG-32 in the hands of Stottenberger. I will still call him Stottenbay, though, because that was his old name. And then their marksman's going to have an SVD with some sort of MOS on it. In this case, it's done by SL Dreams, who we commonly see in this marksman slot. He appears to be being harassed by a machine gunner, and he has the vanilla DMS scope on it.
Just to his side, looks like Matt Cora and Jesse are having a fight. Jesse's trying to keep Matt Cora off his body as Matt's trying to get on top of him and pin him down for some kind of nefarious purpose. He is a medic, so he could be trying to inject something into him, but I'm not sure what.
You know what? I honestly don't want to know. But otherwise, let's look at the AOs. So,
absolutely.
With this being a cache defense, the attacking faction sees these gray zones on the map. They don't know where the cache is specifically, but the defenders do see this red marking right here, so they know where the cache is to specifically defend. This is to promote the attacking faction actually searching the AO to try to find the cache, which is always going to be, unless stated in the brief, this FIA
ammo dump kind of
texture.
Yeah.
Barb, if you look at the cache, the northern one in Foida,
yes,
they have the fucking box
yes,
of perfume on
it is. I've been told specifically that Red 4 is defending cases of the heavily coveted and extremely sought out Arma branded aftershave, the Eau de Combat.
Is it aftershave? I thought it was a perfume.
He says it's aftershave. I think Eau de Combat is a perfume or cologne.
It's supposed to be a perfume.
Or a cologne is the manlier term. You got to remember, I have a very fragile masculinity, so we got to call it a cologne.
Masculinity, that's cute of you.
Anyway. I know you like to emasculate me, but hey.
We both know you're a bottom. Anyway, looking at the AO in Foida, it's a fairly simplistic AO here. It's on the side of a ridge here. Op4 has a lot of room to go up the ridge and still build fortifications within their safe zone here. But Blue 4 has a few different ways to attack this, and how they do that is going to be really dependent on how Op4 sets up their defenses. Going to the northernmost hill at 131, it is just outside of Op4's defensive range, so they will have to take the smaller hill to set up, or they can even take the far hill to the southeast here and set something up, but there's still room for Blue 4 to come up and get higher ground on these defensive positions to try to drive Op4 away. But Foida itself is pretty open. There's a few buildings, sure, but the cache is a little exposed, especially from the northwest angle. So if Blue 4 tries to do a water route here, they could potentially flank the cache and take it out with AT because it's pretty exposed. Still, I would expect... Yep. Just let me finish one.
Sure, absolutely.
Op4 appears to be building a perimeter base around here. I see Manford putting a few things up, but I think a perimeter base around the cache itself would also do really well to at least force that close interaction to bottleneck Blue 4 and potentially get a few free kills. Because you have to remember, the 2 sit-down Dishkas and where those are going to be placed, because putting those on mountaintops is not a good idea because of the limited angle of fire that they have. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I'm not sure how well that wall of Hesco barriers will pan out, but just looking down south, this other kind of peninsula down here, marker 7-4 to the south, with this little church. I think setting up a machine gun team here, maybe take the squad level machine gun and setting it up to provide suppressive fire overwatch coming to the north. It's only a distance of about 500, 600 or so meters, so plenty well within an engagement range for suppression or even marksman shots from that distance. So I'm kind of stretching it, but I feel like that could also do well to suppress this open area, because from that angle, it really shows how exposed and open that area is. Side note, Sparky is saying that it's aftershave. It's literally called boxed aftershave in the editor. So
Gotcha. All right.
The more you know. But moving on from that, yeah.
What I will be curious, though, to see is how Op4 defends. Are they going to split the forces to handle both AOs, or are they going to do an all eggs in one basket approach? Because right now, we already see half of their forces deployed to the northernmost objective, and they are already taking this ridge line and trying to scope out. Dust Eyes looks like he's going to go up to the edge of the Op4 zone. They could potentially still dig trench networks up there to try to hold that spot. Otherwise, let's go to the southern AO.
Absolutely, yeah. Down to the southeast, about a click and a half, maybe a bit more from the northern cache, is this cache up at Agios Konstantinos. The circle doesn't exactly obfuscate the cache's location. It completely encompasses this little compound. Villa, I guess you could call it, and the mission maker has taken the liberty of fortifying it pretty decently himself. We have 3 kind of guard towers on the south, the southeast, and the eastern side of this ridge, as well as a guard tower in the perimeter, and it's all surrounded by a nice barrier of barbed wire. Well,
I'm gonna be honest with you. This one does look nice, but it also looks like marksman
with a gun.
Any marksman
yes,
on
it is.
that
I have
eastern
Yukari right here on my cheek too. But hello, Whale. How are you, my friend?
Easily look over defensives here and pick people off. I do appreciate the fortifications here for any close range groups, but there would definitely need to be some additional Op4 defenses dug up on this position. But I do like the initiative that was put. We are seeming to have at least one team worth of guys, potentially a squad from Bravo 1 and Delta 2 coming down. I think Bravo 1's going to accompany X-Ray, and they're going to do a more, what would the term be?
I gotcha. Yeah, FNF is doing well. We got 120 players.
Holding the ridge line that overwatches that one.
Blue 4 is attacking, Red 4 defending. Pretty basic setup, but it's nice. Sometimes basic is good.
Blue 4 from just outright going off and taking it. This is going to allow Op4 a lot more manpower to hold this other cache. And I do appreciate this Hesco perimeter they have dug right here. It's a nice defensive element. It's just really banking on the fact they don't lose that northern ridge line. They're really going for defense against if Blue 4 were to come over where
Ops have been decent. No, there hasn't been any desync on FNF games for
I think that UAZ
month and a half or so.
Into a counterattack here. We already have the mission starting.
Yes.
Poor Lander is lagging out. Remember, scanned your recon. I'm calling him that just to mess with him.
I was about to say. And by the way, yes, he is Charlie 2, the AT gunner. He was the AT gunner as well this time. So that someone needs to go and pick up his Maz rocket launcher before it is lost to time and space.
They're going to have to pull his body out of a helicopter, apparently, because the helis are flying low ridge
yes.
right now.
Real quick. So because the mission has started, that means that they can no longer build barricades. The Hesco barriers can no longer be built. They can still dig trenches at the southern objective, but they can no longer build the heavier defenses. And yeah, with the ingress routes given to Blue 4, they really only have that road going on the northwestern side of the AO. Otherwise, they do need to pathfind and use those helicopters, which they are doing. Actually, the helicopters are they're doing the usual go way outside the map barrier and going way far on the eastern side. They are
willing to
allowed
bet
to do this, by the way.
Yeah, so any aircraft is actually allowed to leave the zone if
There's
anyone on the
there's
ground,
been
vehicle,
curse
or
fix.
on foot tries
So that's
to
I
enter
feel
the
like that's
black
Arma,
zone,
not
they will
any
be killed after 10 seconds.
desync or anything.
But helicopters flying are able to bypass this. I think they're going to deploy to the south and try to put pressure on the southern objective, and that is Scandi Recon in one of those helicopters, often regarded by most in FNF as the best PvP community that shows up. There was a mathematical equation done by the staff, and they accommodate for 11% of all the kills every week on average, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you put up the fact that there's at least
100, 120.
124 players every mission, and about 20 or so communities.
Yeah, we know, Iender. We saw. We're talking about you right now,
both
actually.
Branches. That is a pretty staggering statistic to have.
Absolutely,
for a PvP situation.
In a situation where people often don't get any kills at all, we've seen people get in Scandi Recon get anywhere from 3, 5, 7, 10, 12
Even
kills
in
in
the
a round.
digits, it's crazy.
Yeah, double digits. It's absolutely. I think last week they got a total of 44 kills according to Azariah.
Yeah,
that's something around there. But yeah, we do have Redford using that active defense. We have X-Ray down on the southeastern side going up near Hill 249. They should be able to get eyes on this convoy coming in with 2 Humvees and a 113. Kind of a bit more than they can deal with just on their own. So hopefully they hold their fire, or else they'll get mowed down quick. And
Charlie
as I
2 for Op 4 is starting to engage. Bravo for Blue 4. They did some dismounts over here. Someone got their law out, was attempting to line up a shot.
Yep, Olaf, the squad leader. Olaf, Bravo 1 team leader, he had his binos out. He was able to locate that incoming fire pretty quickly. So he is aware of where it is coming from and should be able to plan around that quickly. Olaf is a very, I'd say he's a pretty good squad lead. He has more than a few brain cells to rub together.
I can attest to that. Olaf, he is the single member from FK that comes week after week.
Yeah.
When I played in FK for a few weeks, I was under his command for a squad. He is very competent in how he runs things. He would definitely know to scan these ridge lines, and now you got the Bravo Blue 4 group and the Charlie 2 Op 4 group in an engagement here. Charlie 2 is going to have the better weaponry, though, with that machine gun instead of the squad-based machine gun and the AT launcher if they choose to use it. But they're probably going to save it for closer engagements, or if Bravo tries to move up an armed vehicle on this hill.
The UAZ was also engaging that Blue 4 group up near the windmills, or I guess, what would you call these? Windmills, I guess? But
yeah.
They pulled back because they started getting some return fire, so that position, or that asset, has been made as well.
So as I predicted, Blue 4 has dropped off a large portion of infantry over to the south. Unfortunately, one of the Hueys lost its main rotor because it landed right next to trees. And we have 2 of Scandi Recon, Nemesis and Falcon. Nemesis being Scandi's finest, in my opinion. I would also refer to him as the best player in FNF. And he is going to head up to the ridge here. Actually, no, this is more of a hill, and try to scout that out so he can guide the rest of Scandi Recon and whoever is there to this southern AO. Also, Arma Jesus just left. He's been one of my favorite newcomers that has done considerable work week after week, but unfortunately he got disconnected, so hopefully he'll be back for round 2.
And just going through Scandi Recon in the roster, it looks like none of them were able to grab Iander's Carl Gustav, aka Maz, so I'm thinking his body probably flopped out of the chopper as he disconnected on the way here, so that is not available for Scandi to use. So that actually is a pretty decent hindrance on them. With no armor assets on Red 4, it kind of limits its usability, but still very useful as a shock weapon, and still has very good shrapnel damage and ability to take down buildings.
Indeed.
So that's a bit unfortunate for them, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Hey, Nieli.
All right, so
Ahoy.
Blue 4 is starting to bring up their 113 here. you gotta understand, this is a click-on engagement. That RPG-42 only has an effective range up to a click away. Excuse me,
500 meters. Yeah,
away.
half a click.
So if they want to try to AT that at that range, it's going to be a very insane guess. The only person I would think has a shot on doing that is Yander, but he is on Blue 4 and he isn't even on the server right now.
Yeah. So we could see a wild guesstimation, but that is a long shot in every sense of the word.
That 113 is starting to do suppression with that M2. It was unfortunately going high and to the west of the Op4 group. I am seeing some blood and some bandages, though, on the Op4 side. I'm going to quickly look on Blue 4 side to see if it's the same way. But the fact that these guys with ×1, blood and bandages on this side as well.
Armix, thank you for the follow.
This engagement is literally a click away, and they're still able to land shots on each other is absolutely incredible. And now you got Gamma pulling the UAZ back because it came under fire from that 113.
Neither side has magnified optics, by the way. They are all collimator one-time sights, so do not expect anything wild. Yeah.
Exactly. The only person
Sama,
that has a magnified
thank you very much for the follow as well.
X-ray marksman for both sides.
Mm.
And we actually see one of the Charlie 2 members actually got hit and knocked unconscious.
Oh, Stanners wakes back up, but yeah, he's the PKP gunner. Great shot from someone.
On the front line right here, making sure to suppress Blue 4.
The Humvee here with the M2 is also assisting the 113 in a bit of enfilade fire off the flank of this Red 4 group. Not super effective, but at the same time, still another volume of fire. Yeah.
Now, what is scaring me here is Blue 4 Bravo with Blue 4 Foxtrot 1 are coming down this ridge. If they are not careful, though, Op4 Alpha is going to be able to catch them down there. And more often than not, when you have a squad on a ridge fighting a squad down a ridge, the squad down on the ridge gets absolutely annihilated. Also, we have Blue 4 Alpha with Blue 4 G2 engaging the southern cache area, contending with Delta 2. So I'm a little worried for the southern Op4 position,
absolutely.
You're going to start seeing Charlie 2 command Platoon 1 and Platoon 2 HQ come from the south and be able to deliver some nasty enfilading fire from a different flank and potentially pick a few of these Op4 guys off. But if Op4 can hold and prevent these Blue 4 elements from moving up because of all these big open areas are within Op4's Overwatch sites, Op4 could still hold
Let me give Stugbot a bit of a reset. I don't know. She ain't been doing too well recently. She's been having some problems.
Otherwise, Charlie 2 is still contesting with Delta 2 and Gamma 1. Delta 1 for Blue 4 has actually been sent down the ridge to try to get up and flank Op4. That's a good call right there. And now we're waiting to see if Op4 Alpha can spot. There's the shots from Op4 Alpha on Bravo.
That's Dust Eyes, yep.
And they already got a knockout from that one guy. Great shot by Dust Eyes there, but he did take a hit.
No, that was T5 Rod. Oof. He's a great player, part of the 29th Infantry Division.
He is in the same group as T5 Bay, who I often regard as the second best player in FNF. Otherwise, Op4 was really jumpy there. They pulled off of this ridge, but they're not committing to going back. Rather, Dust Eyes just pulled back to potentially bandage. I don't know if Op4 is going to go back and take that one spot, but we have Pickles about to come up on this area and try to outflank.
Ghost 12 and Gazog. I believe these are these might be the Czech group. I'm not entirely sure, but they're now all pulling back because they feel like they've been here too long. And Pickles tosses a satchel as the combat engineer, but with no one there, it'll be ineffective, and the trench saves Pickles.
Lie, though, that was a good call.
Absolutely.
He didn't know that Op4 pulled away from that ridge line. I would have done the same thing, because if Op4 still had defenders right here, he heard the gunfire trying to pin down the rest of Bravo 2 for Alpha right there. That was very smart, because if Op4 had stayed there, that satchel would have killed a lot of guys right there.
The only problem with that play for me was the fact that he kind of went up there alone. If there was anyone peeking over that trench as he tried to run up, he would have gotten taken out and wouldn't have even had the chance to throw the satchel. But as things turned out, he was fine.
Charlie 2 now delivering some enfilade fire, knocking out Olaf, the squad leader for that group. That's unfortunate. Pickles returning fire. And
Oh, great headshot! Headshot from Pickles. Got the gunner of the UAZ. He is dead, I believe. Let me check.
That's
He might.
yeah, no, he's dead. Pickles got the kill.
Yep,
That
absolutely.
was a crazy headshot from at least 600 meters away. That was
Great shot. Bonk. Yes, that was very much a bonk moment.
Otherwise, we've got combat in at least 3 to 4 different locations here. We've got Op4 units starting to go on the Kira mountaintop at Hill 244, trying to encompass this Blue 4 position, attacking Op4's southern cache site, as Blue 4 is actually sending Charlie 2 and its elements to the coast to literally come from the rear of Op4's defensive line to hit that cache. That's a very smart call.
Interesting.
The question will become, though, if Alpha for Blue 4 can hold that ridge, because they're about to be overwhelmed from both Bravo and X-Ray of Op4. This could still swing either way. Blue 4's done some really good job advancing on Op4's positions, but Op4 has some really strong positions to hold from. And the Huey in a very dangerous spot because it just flew right into
Oh my God.
where the UAZ was.
Oh, look at all that fire. Look at those traces go out.
Absolutely beautiful. The windshield for the Huey has been shot up, but for now it looks like he is going to live to fly another day.
Yeah, both are still going. Engine's fine. That's G-Legs in there piloting. He's also one of the FNF veterans. And assuming he doesn't slam to the side of the mountain here. Well, okay, he got very close to those treetops. I got very concerned.
I was about to say, you better not have just stream cursed him with that, man.
That would have been great, though. That would have been twice that I've cursed a helicopter. Remember that one time with the Blackhawk on Chernarus?
I remember. That's why I said. So, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, we have a nasty habit of when we say,
Wish
hey, this is not
anomaly.
gonna happen,
That's a
it
good one.
happens.
That's a good one.
So we try not to curse anyone for content, you know?
You said I always do. That's always content. Are you kidding me?
That's mean.
Yes.
Wow. All right. I see how it is.
Otherwise, Charlie 2 still taking some casualties. It looks like they might start pulling back. Yep, they're starting to pop some smoke and going to be withdrawing from this ridgeline along with the UAZ.
Real quick, look to the south. Alpha 1 for Blue 4 did a thunder run and actually killed an entire Op4 garrison.
Oh my, yeah. So this position was very exposed. However, look on the north side of that garrison. There's a satchel down. Could be on a timer. You see that over by the trench?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be viable, though, because I'm willing to bet the member of, it looks like it was Delta 2 that was here. I think the Triggerman's dead.
That's what I'm saying. It might be on a timer still. Could have been set it on like a
timers though. They almost always do it manually. Again, could be.
Could
but
be.
I think these guys
That's
are
what I'm
just
saying.
completely caught off guard.
Tier 2 martyrdom.
Blue 4 maneuvering down in that position, trying to get away from Op 4 Bravo 2 coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this southern position is going to fall. There's just too many Blue 4 assets coming around. Maybe we'll see Op 4 send some reinforcements, but I think that's going to falter.
Yeah, Red 4 really needs to deal with this northern flank as best they can before the southern front collapses around Agios Konstantinos and is able to get that cash and start moving there, because then the Red 4 garrison up at the farm is going to have a two-front defense to worry about, and that doesn't always go well. You just ask the Germans in World War II.
So looks like Olaf bled out. He disconnects out of...
Unfortunate.
I do see his gun right here, though. So
What a shame.
understandable. Meanwhile, Charlie 2 firing down.
Hey,
at
Ocean, yes, it's a
Bravo
great
for
it's a
Blue
great
4
little
here.
patch. And I also have
rich
Ikari here on
attack.
my cheek. Gotta love it.
Blue 4 making the best out of some defensive trenches here and some rocks. But again, at this range with their optics, it's going to be really
Ooh!
hard for either
Despite the lack of optics, Lou saw it in the 113. Spots out Bravo's squad lead up on the ridge to the north. That's also about half a click or so. Great eyes. Didn't get a ton of damage, but made them duck down and is forcing them on the other side of that ridge. So great shooting.
Real quick, we got Galil Lolo and Harry Ord coming down the ridge to the west. They're going to run into Major Khan 2600 and Rory. I honestly don't know who's going to win that fight. I don't know if Blue 4 is going to go all the way down to the coast and try to swim around, or try to sneak around and run into the small Op 4 garrison. But really good on Op 4 for defending their flank, knowing that Blue 4 might try something.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back to the south, though, Alpha for Blue 4 and Charlie for Blue 4 are starting to close a pincer maneuver as the platoon HQs in command Overwatch. This is going to get very messy. If Op 4 can at least hold from this northeastern attack and quickly turn to face Scandi Recon, I think there's a chance. But it's going to be very, very difficult for Op 4 here, being attacked on two fronts.
Zammy might have just spotted them. He's looking in their direction with that PKM.
We do have
And Bay Potato. Bay Potato was in the back lines, gets taken down in the construction buildings, but has compromised Scandies.
By the way, and Yanni was able to take out both of them. He just noticed that Bay Potato has physics, so he cleans up that kill. Great double kill by Yanni right there.
Oh god, yeah. And even though they're compromised, they still have the numerical advantage, and they're going to be attacking this garrison's softer side, where they're exposed to.
You do have Op 4 on the Overwatch to the north and northeast. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, to hold.
No, Vonka's making a play.
Still cleaning through this.
Vonka's making a play, getting suppressed from Bravo to his rear, but he's just running for it. Doesn't get hit yet. Now he's hit. Misfit trying to... Misshift, sorry. Trying to take him down, but he's still good to go.
Misfit getting a great grenade throw, and unfortunately it was a smoke grenade.
That one's not a smoke, though.
Frag, though.
Oh, great. Second one there as well. Gonna do some more damage. But here comes the 113.
Got the kill on Misshift, though, but Misshift got the grenade throw.
Interesting, yeah.
Launched. I don't know how effective that was, but
doesn't look like it.
To a fire team of 4 people here. 2 in a house, 2 on the outside, and Blue 4 is just swarming this position.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, if Olasis were to look around, he's too tunnel visioned on this 113. He has no idea that there's Blue 4 guys right on top of him. Chold about to come down and knock him out.
And that's a great spray down. Broken, getting the revenge down.
Yep. But legal action might come around and try to take him out.
Ooh, and he will see you in court for that robbery. Broken with a great kill.
Aye. So Cactus here trying to pick off Nemesis. Nemesis doing a really good job evading fire, does attack reload.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing grenades thrown towards the compound there.
As
Nav's going up on his own, trying to find an angle here.
Oh,
that building just changed textures, though. It could collapse. That 50 cal is going to do a lot of damage.
Oh my! Yes, I didn't even hear an explosion. Was that the 50 taking down half the building? Jesus.
The 50 can degrade buildings very quickly, especially if they're vanilla. So
what?
If Lusan keeps firing with that 50, he could blow up the building by default. It's really stupid, but that's just how it works.
I have never seen that. Nav's breaching.
He's
Yep.
going to catch Caucus out. Nope, Caucus hurt him.
Oh, Nafs goes down.
Caucus did a duck as Nafs came up and managed to get the kill. That was
very nice. Nemesis gonna toss a grenade. Cooked it a little bit, I think, but it's not gonna be super effective. Second one going to be though. What hole in one? And kills Nemesis himself. Oh no. Nemesis gets 2 but kills himself and whoever it was that was on the side, and the building texture glitches the fuck out.
As long as you go 2 to 1,
oh god. Oh,
definitely.
You see that building texture, right?
Yeah.
That is mega cursed. Oh no, there it fixed itself.
Firing up. Flux found the cache. He's mag dumping it. We got a 249 mag dumping and a 5.56 rifle.
I'm actually seeing a lot of. I'm seeing a lot of M16s actually. Not a lot of M4s, strangely enough, but a lot of M16s. Interesting. Hey, Samuel.
We have a stolen PKM also coming in by Falcon.
Of course, Falcon found the PKM. He has eyes like a hawk, so he definitely was able to spot that.
You finally gave up and started calling it that.
I've done that a couple times, but fuck you.
Now, meanwhile, we just heard an explosion. That was Gamma 1. One of Blue Force 113's getting cooked off. I only see 1 survivor, though. So if I were to quick, that was Fox. Reapers and Sandy from TSB died in that explosion.
There's the Humvee. Gunner is down, but the driver's still up. It's going to get away.
Yep, it's driving out. Now, looking at the remaining forces here, OPFOR has a lot of units on reserve and out and about. They need to start pulling forces back to set up a good defensive line, especially since the southern cache has fallen. So they need to start setting up defensive lines to focus south, because Blue 4 is going to remaneuver these units to the south to start going to that northern cache. And they do have a 113, which means they have a good line to, they've got a transport Vic to
This
get
is still
up
the
there
first round.
quicker than on foot. And they also have that Huey.
What do you mean,
still
Erebus?
up
What
from
exactly
the
would have
southern
sapped the attacking
deployments,
force's
'cause
strength?
Again, they had two, not one, and one got its main rotor broken. But Blue 4 has an opportunity here to rush the second cache if OPFOR doesn't quickly rally its forces over there.
Yeah, this Bravo and X-ray detachment absolutely need to pull back, and they need to turtle up, especially with the helicopter flying over to that little peninsula south of the northern cache. That's G-Legs plus Lord Dust, who is the company commander, dropping him off, so he's going to be a thorn in the side, be able to provide some great reconnaissance by himself. And G-Legs flying at the nape of the earth to get out of there. Very dangerous flying with that Huey, but he makes it work.
OPFOR had a garrison up there.
Garrison siege. How many guys that assaulted the townhouse died? Not a lot, I don't think. They're still in contact, but let's see.
And then Blue 4 is probably going to be able to rush a 113 up there. But OPFOR Bravo is trying to make sure that Blue 4 stays pinned down.
So Scandi only lost Nemesis and Navs.
They are trying to bandage Chult back up. And
Lusad, he's still good. Let's see, Fisher.
Looks like OPFOR Bravo
They really didn't lose that many at all. Who's Tom with? Tom. Okay, so they did lose Alpha 2, and most of Alpha is dead. So they lost about a squad.
Out of position by this 113 here, because that 50 cal will easily tear apart that company if they PID it properly.
Yep. Dryden. Oh, runs into some rocks. He's got to be careful, but that is going to help him get back there very easily.
Now firing at that Humvee. No, he's firing at a Ural further back.
Those are just overshoots. He's ranged out too high. Yeah, he's ranged too high. He's overshooting.
Shots on the back of the Humvee proper, but OPFOR was a few seconds ahead and was able to get dismounts. And the gunner for the Humvee just got knocked out.
For the Humvee or the 113?
The 113, my bad.
Yeah, Lusad, yeah, he's down and out. Or not down and out, but he's just down. Interesting, I don't even know. That probably would have been X-ray up there on the ridge. Let's see. Yeah, SL Dream with that SVD, that would check out as he repositions a little bit and is looking to get some more shots on this Blue 4 group.
Yeah, we're seeing actually a lot of OPFOR commandeering of unarmed Humvees from Blue 4. The Blue 4 attack wave has kind of faltered. So
yeah, especially in the north.
This round was OPFOR had a lot more of their forces garrisoning our areas around the northern cache, whereas Blue 4 did kind of a 50-50 split here to take both. So because the northern 50 for Blue 4 took on about
how far was that shot?
The OPFOR force, they have kind of slowed down in this attack.
That was about 600-700 meters as well.
On the south, the 50%
from there to there.
In the southern cache was able to take it. So now it's going to be a matter of, can Blue 4 get around this OPFOR defense line to the cache itself to assist other Blue 4 forces that are still contending.
Look at those
with
tracers.
The northern defense line, which honestly looks a little even, slightly in favor of OPFOR, I'd say. But it could still swing either way, because it doesn't matter on your tactics. It's going to always come down to the PvP at the end of the day.
And speaking of which, I got to give a shout out to both sides. We've been seeing some great marksmanship from both the marksman and riflemen as well. Olaf had that great kill about 600 meters. SL Dream getting the shot on Lusad from also about 700 meters with a great elevation distance, or elevation change as well. Like, great shots from both sides. Dryden loads his squad back up in the Humvee, and they're getting out of there under fire. He's trying to do the Rolling Stone Serpentine from Generation Kill, but he needs to just go straight and get into cover. As he jumps off a cliff! Oh my god! Did you see that?
Missed it.
Oh, it was great. He jumped off, he drove off a rock cliff and hit a tree, but he got out fine. Might be a little banged up, but otherwise, that was beautiful.
Nice. Meanwhile, the Blue 4 M2 Humvee doing
Should I
some
get
work
this
here.
game?
Double tapping
It's a
bodies that are
bit of a
really
time
close to
sink,
Blue 4
but it's a
positions right
sandbox
now.
in every sense of the word.
But
It is a
just trying to
great
do some
game.
cleanup. Meanwhile, we
Grab it
have
while it's
an
on sale,
Encore
and then
actually
you
pulling
can't have
down
any
the
regrets.
ridge. I have a feeling this group right here is going to start moving to the defensive line that was dug by one of the OPFOR engineers where OPFOR command.
If you have questions about it, feel free to ask,
And
because
we
we got
also have
some great people in the chat that can answer questions.
He's up there. I think they're just setting this up as a vanguard position for Overwatch. So Lord
Okay, these are the guys in
is
that
going to
Humvee.
be
Yeah,
in
pretty
trouble
much.
Here. But if he is able to play his cards right, he might be able to pick off quite a few guys. But if Blue 4 is being reliant on a plan being made by command, this could potentially be an issue. So
Side note,
now, yeah, go ahead.
Someone in your chat's asking about the tracer lines. This is a custom script for FNF that is used exclusively for FNF.
No, that's not true actually.
Oh, is it?
It is a feature
Hey,
within
Cross.
the spectator mode that is one of the quote-unquote hidden features within Arma.
Really?
I do have a script to make it work in the Zeus interface, courtesy of
that's what I was thinking
but
of.
it's one of the built-in features that's just part of everything.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Stark seeing Lordust, and both of them get into a firefight here. Blue 4 command under fire. As neither of them were able to win this fight, Stark tries to come up the ridge here.
Deluxe edition, yeah. There's a lot of DLC that you absolutely want to get the DLC at this point. Arma's a 7-year-old game, almost 8.
Oh, Stark trying to get behind him, but Lord is very maneuverable here as Dryden is now coming up.
Dryden, oh, with the PKM. Oh, Lord, you gotta take him out quick. Throws another grenade.
Lord is in trouble. He's not there's more than one guy, and
nah,
gonna come up and double
I wouldn't say that. It was a rough spot. He was caught between a rock and a hard place, and they both crushed him. Crush cock with rank.
Stop it. Blue 4 still on the southern objective here.
Like Boy Scouts, but better. Interesting.
Is kind of faltering, but I'm
interesting.
Gonna be honest, I'm not
but yeah, go
gonna
for
on
it.
both sides here. The numbers are looking pretty even.
G-Lex just dropped off a fire team on Lord Dust's position, so we're gonna have an even 4v4 here on the mountaintop between Strakatenko, Cole, Tarnfalk, and Fred, the X-Ray team, versus a 4IB fire team. This is gonna be very interesting here.
Both, I would say, are evenly matched here, knowing both sides' stats. 4IB is a really good group that comes week after week, but Tarnfolk is a really good player. Fred's a really good player from FK.
And Fred is the marksman as well.
Is he?
I believe so.
You are right. So if he can do Overwatch in the back and pick people off from Op4 as they come up, that would be a really good advantage for Blue 4 to have, because I don't think Op4 knows that Blue 4 deployed a group right there.
Yeah, did they not hear the heli?
I guess not. Niles not looking over that ridge to his right to see those two Blue 4 guys passing.
Stark not looking to his left.
To see those guys as well.
Oh, Stark gonna come here with a great play.
Stratco gets knocked out. Cole trying to come around to counter Stark as he does attack reload. Smoke grenade thrown. It falls off to the side. Stark now still coming around, trying to hit Cole in the back. Cole gonna run into Dryden. Dryden taken out. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, we have a bit of friendly fire as well from the weapon PID.
I will say that I will say this 4IB also, I would say, has the most blue on blues out of every group.
Yes, we have seen that.
Stark, but now it's going to be up to Fred to get some marksman kills off because his team just all got wiped. It's very unfortunate. Meanwhile, Blue 4 Delta Actual still trying to fire from one ridge to the other, but we have one Op4 player, Tackleberry, with a single kill coming up, and we also have Johnson, who is part of the Opera UAZ group coming up. This could be really nasty for Blue 4 if they're not checking their sectors close by.
Why is Zen down? Zen in the other cache building is, or not cache building, but cache zone, he's down for some reason, and I'm not sure why.
He might have gotten shot at by Delta 1 for Blue 4. Otherwise, I do not know. But I'm going to say this. If Op4 Gamma Actual here is able to
Red
take
4.
these 3 guys
Not like
out,
that, you dumbass.
yeah,
Yeah, fair.
Surprise, I think this is
That's
leaning
funny.
into Op4's favor for this match.
Mm-hmm.
One shot. That is all he fucking needed. And Blue 4 doesn't realize they took it from the rear because he did it while they were firing. So he's going to run up Look at this. Headshot
Oh
right there.
God, that's
And
just
he
not
doesn't even
fair.
notice this one guy. He literally goes prone right in front of him.
He's like, oh hey, you're alive.
He's like,
And that
"Wait a
is
minute, it's the third one."
that is 3 for Johansson. Very well done.
Oh,
Very
that
clean. Well,
was-
the last one maybe not so clean, but it was funny, so that makes up for it.
Oh, that was funny because he didn't see that third guy. He goes prone, puts his gun right in front of his binos, and goes, "Wait a second," then takes him out. I love it.
And steals his M4 with the 203. That's great. Doesn't see the
That's
249 to
smart
his right,
because
but
now that'll confuse weapon PID. I really love how he timed those shots though while Blue
So,
4 was firing.
red
and
versus
he only
blue,
needed one
like that-
shot. He
all
lined up
those
headshots.
call signs are all- or those,
Blue 4 would turn around and engage
that
him, 'cause
terminology
there are a
is
lot of other ways he could have
relative.
done that
So yeah, the
sloppily
Russians probably
and
call
got
themselves blue,
himself
so it would be
killed.
blue on blue.
Great way for Johansson to do that.
Op 4 just
and
means
that
opposing
might have
force.
Just wrestled the number advantage in Op 4's
So you wouldn't
favor.
call yourself an
Meanwhile, Blue
opposing
4
force.
Actually
Not
bringing up
really.
the armed Humvee here, and Moxie Bren getting out on foot and firing on some infantry here. Maybe they can get some pickoff kills, but without some additional infantry to assist,
Oh!
this is not going to go too well.
Rocket dunks low. Yep.
Got caught on a rock, and that Humvee is now pulling back.
No, the fry dog.
Top 4 doing a really good hold here. You see a lot of forces starting to come to form a defensive line on this cache, but Blue 4 Bravo doing a really good job trying to flank around here. They're going to probably run into Major Coin and Rory, but I think they both spotted those Blue 4 guys, and they're now pulling back, realizing that two guys against 6 is probably not the best bet.
Who does G-Legs have in there now? Would it be Scandy by chance? Yes, no, Scandy's in the 113. Yes, they are in the 113. So who is in the helicopter? That would actually be Alpha 2 and Alpha 1. We have King, Flux, Cholt, and Tom. 4 pretty well-seasoned players flying around there. He's looking for a nice LZ, and I believe... Did that Huey get taken out? No, that's just Moxie dead on the side of the hill. Yes.
Bravo 1 for Op 4 was able to pick off Moxie and the gunner off of that Humvee.
And now they're blue on blue.
Down to one guy.
So, yeah, now the guys at the base are now shooting at the guys on the peninsula as G-Lex comes in for a cinematic letting in the water. King Flux dropped down. Tom gets armored. Everyone else gets out fine.
Right there.
Yep. Tom, yep, he gets back up and he will survive. He will not have a Nimia situation. As he withdraws, draws some fire. Malin is for some reason over here along with them. Popping shitloads of smoke. Scandy is a bit late. It's going to be pretty late to the party, but they're traveling up that MSR with the 113, so they should be able to get there. Does Bravo have any AT? They have one RPG-26, which should be enough to cook off a 113. They're not very well armored. They are tin cans after all, but they have one shot to make it. In the meantime, King's group has been... Oh, well, no, it's just Tom that's been taken down. But Holton takes down King there. And so it's just Flux and Cholt now, along with Malin. Yeah,
So we
big
got
respect
on
to
the
Fred
northern
returning to
side,
Turtle.
A small
And
Blue
yes,
4
absolutely
group
right,
running
Erebus.
Bravo 2, they took a KIA from
But also, there's a
Rory,
lot of
able to knock
confusion
out
in these
Major
battles, so
Khan
it
and
is
2600.
it's understandable why
but
it would
Rory
happen. You
is
know.
still here, and he is going to try to get a few more knockout kills because Blue 4 doesn't know he's in that one spot. And we
Yeah,
got
but
Blue
it's
4
Russia.
remnants all over
How's
the
that
top
supposed to mean? They still
so
don't
many Op 4
probably don't
guys
call
around
themselves
as Blue 4 is
an
trying to
opposing
send the rest of
force.
their forces in, but if Op 4
I just
can
don't see that
hold,
happening.
Rory just got knocked out for Op 4 though, so this Blue 4 group's going to continue to push up, and you actually have Repaby picking off a few Op 4 guys. He manages to knock out Staten Bay, and Holton is also down as this Blue 4 group tries to come up.
15 minutes.
15 minutes remaining on this round.
And this, yeah, with Scandy now getting into the fight, they have a chance. Blueford does that. I mean, but with 15 minutes, it's gonna be cutting it close. Doesn't take much to destroy that cache, but they're gonna need to be very careful with this. They're gonna need to find that cache quick. There are, as opposed to that southern cache area, there are a few buildings and areas that they will need to check to find this cache. Again, it is that one model, so once they find it, they will be able to identify it and mag dump it or blow it up. But it's gonna take finding that. In the meantime, Flux is the last remaining member over here. Malin and the rest of the crew have been taken down, and Dust Eyes is looking into that M2 Humvee.
I think the balance of power has shifted here. I'm seeing a lot less Op4 on the ground now. Blue 4 is getting really close. It's really
Not
because
Op4, but
Op4
Red
has
4.
like 5 guys down right
Maybe.
now.
I honestly
And we
can't
have a
say for
Blue
sure one
4
way or the
guy,
other.
Moxie Brent trying to take out Op Command. He does. Indigo Fox 4 Op4 Command goes down.
Ooh,
Moxie's
I didn't even...
pretty knocked up though.
Hot.
Lamau. His legs are busted, so he's going to quickly check his inventory, potentially take a few bandages, get in the corner, and heal himself. Paladin tried to crawl up, he was getting shot at by Op4 X-Ray. Does Op4 X-Ray still have that SVD guy? Because that is a really good spot for him to be in. I don't see him in
Moxie
that
just dropped down.
now.
He just dropped.
That is unfortunate. Was he shot at, or did he just
I don't think so. He might have been shot at by Ghost, but I think he might have just flopped down because of blood loss.
Understandable. Otherwise, Cholt maneuvering through. It's only Dusty's here that is still needing to bandage. Dusty's on 5 kills, though.
Yeah, Cholt not
Cholt
looking
on
down
3
there.
himself.
Peeping Tom into the windows. Oh, no, he's not peeping into the windows at all.
Honestly, Op4 doesn't have a lot of defenders here. They're pulling out their southern groups that were on perimeter security to stop Scandia Recon and X-Ray coming in. This is neck and neck.
Cholt is about to set off his charge. And there it goes. Pretty ineffective. Doesn't even take out Andreas, who is already down next to the building. But does cause some confusion and some more noise in the backlines of Red 4. So might draw some more people to his position, but now he's running in towards the circle. He is inside the circle now, and he should have another charge on him.
Yep, I want to see if he sees that cache.
He's going to stick to the right. He might think it's in that container. It's, like I said, in the circle. Coming up here, sees Stark.
Goes for a kill on Stark.
Tosses, was that a smoke or a grenade?
Smoke, that was a smoke.
Oh, but Stathenberger in the window gets him, and Schultz's little his investigation is cut short as the smoke blooms by Stark.
Here, there's a Ural in the mix here, and the fucking van is on fire. He's here trying to pick off to the south. We just had a vehicle explode. It was the other 113.
Oh, Kemp with a friendly fire!
Unfortunate.
I didn't even see who that was. He took him down so quick with that PKM.
Panic players will shoot at anybody.
And what do you know? It's 4AB.
Like I said earlier, 4AB has the most friendly fire incidents, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Meanwhile, Scandia has been taken down to just a couple people. Falcon, Nim, Yanni, and Finn. Or Yanni and Finn. Yeah, I think I said Yanni. Yanni, Finn, and Flying Finn. They're both still up, but yeah, they've been taken down quite a bit. That 113 is burrowing up. So I guess they got that AT shot on it. They only had that one shot, but they were able to land it. And with coming up on 10 minutes or so left to go, I'm not seeing this so possible for Blue 4. That few guys in the south need to kind of group back up, take care of Brook, and then move on. Moving in from the south along that beach like they did previously with the southern objective should give them a decent position on the remaining cache, but they need to get there first.
Yeah, there's only 3 Blue 4 guys active in the cache zone.
A lot,
the rest of Blue 4 is down to the south. Again, it's been very close for this round because both sides have been really contesting with each other.
Oh, and there goes Brook. Brook got Yanni, but I think they traded. Brook is down on 4 kills. Killing some of Scandy, too. That counts like double. He should have like 8.
The question then becomes, how are the 5 guys remaining on Blue 4 on the south going to maneuver through this open area to get to the cache zone? I'm going to do a quick head count real quick. Blue 4 is on 5, 6, 7 players left. Meanwhile, Op 4 is on 3.
Probably about a dozen.
Op 4 is on 13. So 7v13 here still can be shifted either way, but I'm also hearing a static gun from a Dishka starting to fire out.
Yeah, but shooting up at G-Legs, who is still he's still flying around trying to do that interference like we talked about at the beginning of the round. I mean, that's about all that he can do with that helicopter, but it's something. Draw out that fire, make them confused, and just do what you can. At that distance, the Dishkums do have a better angle of fire, but if you were start to do buzzing passes and quick overheads, then they won't have that angle anymore.
Both sides still have their marksman, by the way, so we could see something happen out of that. I did see Blue 4's marksman firing into the Op 4 crowd here. Meanwhile, SL Dreams, who is Op 4's marksman, is to the east on a ridge, overwatching the AO itself. Excuse me.
No problem. Yeah, Fred has been repositioning a lot. He's got a pretty far shot, probably about a little under a click. Just par for the course with how long these engagements have been. This is why I like Altus. I love Altus. It's a great map. Doesn't get enough love.
So, Nimia and who else is up here?
Falcon, I think.
Nimia and Falcon were able to get to dismount that Dishka and actually crawl away. You had two people with their binos out.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of blood.
Because they appeared to have been firing onto Flying Finn's position. So Scandy's still trying to coordinate here. Also, I didn't count the pilot, G-Legs, in that Huey. So actually, Blue 4 had 8 people to 13 on that ratio count. But with 8 minutes remaining, Blue 4 really needs to consider making a play here. They could have that helicopter land, pick people up, and land them close to the coast.
Yeah, Gores is right. If you are, once save start
really
ends and the round begins, you can't join in progress. So don't try it.
This round ends.
Please,
but right now it's leaning in Op 4's favor, but anything can still happen in these 8 minutes.
Yeah, we still have Repabeat up here. Johansson was looking for him earlier. Looks like he still might be, but with no contact, he is kind of forced to pull back and get back in with everyone else. We still have Manford and Stark as combat engineers on Red 4. It's not impossible to see some scavenging going on, stealing those satchel charges. However, Brooke miraculously wakes back up. He's been bandaging for a little while now, and he just finished. He stands up and he's looking around for his revenge. No one double tapped him.
Knocking out Jonathan, and he is still going to move up to this position because Jonathan was on his own.
Johansson.
He has his RPG
Leo can't speak. I'm sorry, Johansson, if you're watching this back. He can't speak. I'm sorry. But Swola. Yep. And so Tacklebeat, he's going, oh, hey, there's someone here?
Repabeat stole GP25 AK-74 though, and he is doing his best to try to pick off a few additional kills, trying to get some shots on Stottenbay.
I think he might have just gotten one too. No, I don't. I don't think so.
I didn't see a kill though.
Yeah, he's on one, but I don't think that he got one. He was shooting at a dead body, but there's some more GLs over there though.
Trying to run distraction efforts right now. It's going to be up to Repabeat and Edwin Broch here, who is also in a bush. But Blue 4 needs to maneuver more guys up.
6 minutes and change. Nimia is down in the rock. She got sprayed down by someone. And I think Falcon is dead because I'm not seeing... Oh, he's up on the beach.
He's on the coast right now trying to maneuver up.
He's got, just at 6 minutes now.
I will say for this AO, Op4 just had a really good defensive plan and was able to maintain its positions along the ridge. And the commander, Indigo Fox, before he was taken out, was able to maneuver forces around to counter where Blue 4 was going and really just hampered the northern attack group more than the southern attack group. And from there was able to wrestle the number advantage out of Blue 4, who started off with that 15% advantage, and now we're in this situation. It could still turn around. Repabeat could get a multi-kill here, or get some GP25 shots on that cache, as he is now trying to take Pierce out. Pierce gets killed. Repabeat under fire, though, quickly goes down. Just right under that spot, he's going to roll back. Grenades being thrown, but they're going to get caught on that ridge. He quickly looks up, though, with that GP25.
Brooke,
through the paint here, he's going to be actively bleeding. Go ahead.
Brooke in the backline has taken down Flying Finn. Fred is looking around, trying to find where the shots came from. Finn could still wake back up, but he's looking pretty heavily beat up. Don't know if that's going to be possible. Nim did wake back up as well, so she's making her way up. Charge goes off on the northern side, meant for Repabeat, but doesn't get anywhere. G-Legs hits his helicopter a little bit too hard on the ground. It's on fire and going to blow up any second now. God damn it. There we go. So G-Legs and
G-Legs doing a really good job to PID G-Legs right there. And now these two are going to realize that they are all
less than 5.
That's here right now because we are at 4.5 minutes.
Edwin's pushing up. Might find Dryden.
I can still see them doing it.
Absolutely, it's within their grasp, but it's a very tenuous grip on it. Edwin is coming around by the solar panels. Might find Dryden behind the Humvee, but he doesn't have much to work with either. He was an AT boy, but he doesn't have that law any longer. Dryden pushing out from that Humvee. Did he spot Edwin? No, he didn't. And Edwin with a great burst. Ooh, oh yeah, that's 2 real quick. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
He is now taking fire from Op4 Marksman. That would be, I believe, SL Dreams up there.
Yep.
And he also has a battle buddy, Layden, but Layden's focusing on the Blue 4 X-Ray group. This has been neck and neck from the get-go. This has been a really great round.
Oh, great shot! I got a great shot of that from down scope. Oh, it took down the bush and everything. So now, as G-Legs and Repapi start pushing up, using some smoke as concealment, no one's really noticed the smoke. Zen is trying to bandage a dead body. Stathenberger is coming around the other side of the building, and Stark is, I think he might have spotted that smoke, and he's looking into it. There's Swola on the far flank, on the fucking, he's mountain goating on these rocks. He spotted the mount, but wasn't able to get it down. Probably got a couple of hits, though. So G-Legs and Repapi, they need to find some grenades and pop them over. Stark coming on the other side. Oh.
6, but with 2 additional on Overwatch, so 4v8. But I could see G-Legs and
Stark
getting some dunks here.
GB, thanks for the 45 bits. Halahada, it is Friday.
Holiday, it's Friday.
That would have
absolutely. Thank you.
Some damage on Zen there and took him out of the fight for a little bit.
More grenades going out, but they need to ID this cache and start doing some work on it. Repapi does have a law. If Repapi is able to dunk that law into the cache, they're thinking that it's this orange, the building.
You could actually kill the cache with that law. And
yep.
Just, will someone get up and see it? Because Repapi just went down from X-ray.
Swole is pushing up though. He knows what's going on. He's gonna deal with this himself, and he's gonna find the back of G-Legs' head, and
oh my God.
I think that's gonna be it.
Still managing to get a kill right there.
No, I think that was Falcon. Repapi wakes back up.
2 minutes.
Oh God, my heart's racing. Falcon's getting singled out by the Smarksman. Oh, run! Rolls under the solar panels. Beautiful. Oh. Superior PvP tactics of run circles around them. Falcon trying to reply with that PKM.
Tries to put some shots on Swola here. It is neck and neck.
Swola pokes his head out the door. Falcon, no luck.
That's GG.
That is GG. Nemi got taken out probably by the marksman as well. Let's check some kill counts while we still have a couple minutes. SL Dream actually on 0, but definitely got some. He gets some credit for causing panic and some assists. Stathenberger is on 1. I think he also got the. He got a vehicle, it says as well. Swole is on 3. Cheese is on 2. Banks on 1. So pretty good efforts all around. I want to see the kill counts of Scandy. Otherwise, I think that is going to be it. Later, Spiky, if you're still here, but I will catch you around later.
Got X-Ray actually firing at Fred here. They managed to catch the blue 4 marksman opposition.
Fred, yeah, he's saluting
them.
He's like, come on, hit me, hit me, hit me. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. He's returning fire.
Now he's blind firing. Fred trying to just do the send up because he knows it's over.
Yep. Oh, good.
Good on him.
Yeah. And objective's been defended.
Op4's official victory,
GG.
And that is GG.
Great round from the beginning. Lots of great tactics from both sides. Great marksmanship. Great sportsmanship. I
really like
this was a great round.
It was back and forth for the entirety of it. No one had a clear advantage till the very end. that is the type of round you want to see in Friday Night Fights, because it always keeps you guessing. So really good first round to start with. Go back downstairs.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Why do I have to get back in the basement? What'd I do?
In the basement right now.
Uh-oh. Nah, I'm just playing.
Behavior, especially the community manager, to go ahead and teabag someone, especially when your whole section just got blown up by 2 men and you lost the game. Just want to get that out there.
Strong effort. Right. Break, ladies and gentlemen. Just cover a few things from that last round. Good round. Well done, all involved. There was some unique tactics put into play. I think that's a good way to describe it, but very entertaining to watch. Just a quick one. There's a few complaints that came in over radio use in that round. I just want to address something very quickly for everyone. When it comes to finding a dead body and stealing their radios, that is perfectly allowed. Listening into their communications is perfectly allowed. Interacting with them, trying to give the wrong information, or just generally talking over there to annoy them, it's allowed. It's not advised, because the logical thing is just to sit there and listen, because then you gain information and then you know what they're doing. What is not okay is to start screaming and shouting down the enemy radio and generally trying to be annoying. You can jam a radio by talking at normal voice level when someone else is trying to talk. You don't have to scream and shout. It's very upsetting for some people,
Scream
and it's very
and shout
irritating. It's not
and let it
necessary,
out.
and it's not what we would expect from people who are playing. So, stop it. There we go. Right. Let's have a look. Okay. So that's addressed. That's lovely. What else do we have to address? The poll. As you all have seen in the announcements, Nemesis has been putting out his polls for you guys to do. Please go and do them. It's really useful information. Some questions may not seem very poignant to you, but believe me, it is important for those that you can to respond to them, because it is information gathered that we use to help work out where to drive the event and help deliver an event that you guys will enjoy more as well, which is what we aim to achieve. For all CLs, there is a CL meeting after the EU event. Depending on the time we finish, we may have a short break before we go into it, but there will be a CL meeting tonight. So for all of you who have feedback, good, bad, or anything you think that staff should know about, give it to your CLs, then to present to us at the meeting itself. Let's get some numbers. 4IB, how many have you got?
Should be 15.
Wonderful. UPSC?
Hey, Tarn. Yes, that was a great mission to watch. Just in general, like it was a great mission.
We're 14. Sorry.
Zeus?
Assume
14.
it's doing- yeah.
Red Strike?
I just got a
1RW?
paycheck from selling merch. I feel great because that means that people like
TSP?
me. Screaming on net, that's a paladin.
7.
Wait, paddling.
Tau?
Do we even have merch merch command send up?
AA?
We're 10.
Oh,
FK?
Don't need to know, it's just me.
29?
neat.
4.
Myrmidon?
Hey, there you go.
PLH?
3 with 1 more trying to get in.
Yeah, Redford pushed up in the
Scan.
objective and had some very active defense. I think that's what really won them the
No.
round.
If Yolanda decides to come down again,
Are there any other groups here we're not aware of? Who is that hot micing? Can we not? Cool. Right. Let's have a look. Attack, defend, blue 4 attacking with a 15% blue 4 advantage. What was that, sorry? Okay. Let's have a look. Do we have any volunteers for any groups that would like to take leadership at this stage? Just say the name of your group.
I'm gonna adjust the playlist slightly. It was
Cool.
this
If you
one,
want to
but I
jump on
didn't
full, do we
entirely
have a
like.
volunteer for blue 4?
This one.
You can't CO
Oh
twice
no,
in the
you
same
can't.
segment.
No, you can't CO twice in the same same thing. I'm afraid. Sorry, buddy. Do we have anyone interested in taking leadership?
I like that one.
Okay, 4-5B, blue 4. PLH, go for it. Which one do you want?
Let's see. Up for.
Cool. If you guys want to jump in there. 4IB, you have option for leadership. Blue 4.
Pass it this time.
UPSC, op 4. Option for leadership. Oh no, it's got it. Sorry. Op 4. Zeus, blue 4. Option for leadership.
Staff members Rubik Eander, who's SR, has been able to connect to the server, but he's not able to get into the TeamSpeak because somebody's in here that shouldn't be.
Okay, guys, if you're in here but you're not in the game, what's the other way around? Hold on.
Yeah, if he's not in the TeamSpeak channel, then he shouldn't be in the server. Unfortunately.
Who do I have to yeet?
He cannot. He was in the fucking server, but yeah.
His game crashed.
And that's
His game crashed, according to him.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's first come first serve from this point on for the rest of the night is fair game, and the TeamSpeak takes priority.
I have one question.
Yep.
So, who's here that's not in game?
I doubt that person will end up vocally, but whoever you are
It's
please
Sank
being
too, he just
invited
typed out.
to jump out. Awesome. There we go. Lovely.
Get that sorted.
Right. Let's get Red Strike op 4.
Sorted mobile data. Oh,
Hang
Lord.
on a sec. You just said that TeamSpeak takes precedent over in-game, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
Yes.
So Eander should hop out of game.
Yes.
If one of the moderators who's able to see that can confirm that. I can't tap out. Otherwise we'll lose everything.
What is their name?
Iander's the one in Scandi
not
Recon
sure.
who crashed out in the first round. Sank 2 is the one who is in the TeamSpeak but not in the server, as it stands.
Mike, can you connect to the server? What is happening? I've seen you try at least a couple of times.
Hi, Actioneer. Yeah, Iander, it's their rules. I don't particularly agree with that. I feel like because you're part of a group and that group RSVP'd,
1RW blue 4.
you're gonna get stuck watching Nero.
TSB op 4.
Oh, I'm glad you like it here. I'm glad. Very, very glad
So
for
these
that.
numbers are bouncing.
It's good to see the support from,
is
well,
the,
from
is the
everyone.
guy, correct? That is not in TeamSpeak. Oh, never mind. Now you're here.
It's Iander.
Ander, okay.
I.
Hey, Ander.
Gotcha.
But isn't he in here now?
The Wii host, yeah.
Channel. Front right tennis ball is his name.
He's just above me in the
Yep, I see him. Sorry about that.
Okay, let's get...
Yeah, Ander, I feel there. I like I said, because you're part of a group that RSVP'd, I feel like that should take precedent, but I
29th
understand their reasoning at least. Well, why aren't you? Come on.
Let's get Scandi
Didn't-
blue 4.
Ugh. You gonna get left behind, my guy?
I'm sure I'm going to regret that.
staff.
Staff. Let's see how these numbers settle, and then we'll send staff.
So TSB is taking that company recon.
For TeamSpeak, what if somebody
Lolo.
sits in the operation room while there's a game ongoing?
If they're able to get into the... There's only 124 slots.
Out of
so-
alcohol. Ooh.
In TFR.
Blade,
Break,
you're hot
break,
micing.
break. Go ahead, whoever that was, sorry.
If when the round's ongoing and everyone's in TFR, people can actually join this room. So I'm just asking, how would we know?
They will not be able to. Changing into TFR doesn't change the cap for how many people can get into this room.
No, he's saying that during the round, everyone's in TFAR. When the game ends, everyone is placed back into the ops channel. But if there are already people in there, it falsely lowers the cap, essentially. Because there were already people in the ops channel, people falling out of TFAR won't necessarily be able to rejoin it automatically.
Can you give an answer to that one? Because I'm mid. Shush. Can you give an answer to that one in the game? Because I'm mathsing at the minute.
All right. So while they deal with community problems, let's actually go over this mission as it stands. So they're still getting some people slotted in, but as it stands, it is a terminal uplink mission on Ruha. We have these are backwards for some reason, but it's still Blue 4 is attacking while Op 4 is defending. Blue 4 has a slight numerical advantage, so probably about 65-55 since we are still at player cap. Blue 4 has 5 M115 1A1s, aka Humvees, which I believe are the up-armored ones, with M2s and the LRAS laser imaging system. 2 quads, usually for the X-ray team, that's usually who takes those. 2 MH6Ms, which are those the transport little birds, or those are the recon? I think those are the recon little birds. So they'll have those to fly around and provide some eye in the sky and some transport. And then a bunch of M1078s, which are just some transport trucks. There goes your plan. Oof. Yeah, management is fun. Valid points on both sides. You gotta make a decision. As for Op 4, they have 2 Gazes, one with a PKP, aka PKT. 2 BTR-80s with a 14.5 heavy machine gun and a 7.62 coaxial light machine gun. And 2 quads as well for the X-ray team and 4 cam assets for transport. So lots of assets on both sides. Should be plenty interesting. Those BTRs are going to be fun, but they will be countered by the M2 Humvees, which if they are up armored, then only the 14.5 will be able to really hurt them. As for players, looking at Op 4 here, we have TSB in the marksman team. Lolo's pretty good. Indigo Fox in the platoon leader for Red 4 for first platoon. Let's see, Vonk is a team leader. Legal Action is a combat engineer. Armages is the other one. No Bravo lead yet, but we do have the rest of TSB and some Scandi here as well. Malin DeVincer, they're actually TSB. I keep on mixing up DeVincer and Nemesis. I don't know why. They both sound pretty similar to me. But Malin is there with the light anti-tank. Shakatenko is the medic. Vagrant is going to be the Charlie squad lead. He's very good. Dingo on this team. Pads is a team leader. Tesek, yeah, these are the Olalas, yeah, these are the Czech guys. So Dartis, Panzer, Sten. Ironic that Panzer is a Czech player. But Olalas, Shaltazar, Broken, Zami, we'll see how they do. They've been doing well so far. Meanwhile, in Golf and Golf 1, we have Yang, Pickles, G-Legs, Cole, and SL Dream. Very, very good players. Moving over to Blue 4, we actually don't have a company command yet, so we might just be having no, we don't even have a platoon lead. We just have squads. Do we have a second platoon lead? No, it is literally just squads. Interesting. This may come to bite them in the ass. But it could be because they don't have, they only have so many players. They might have to just go in for that. Although Layden is the marksman. That might be interesting. Layden was the X-ray guy for the recon squad. Squad lead, I should say. So him as the marksman should be interesting. 4AB here for Alpha. Lucius, Swola, 2600K. These are some Zeus guys. Ghost 12. Staffenberger with 1RW. Holton, yeah, these guys are really good. There's Scandi on Delta. Iander doesn't get his... No, he doesn't get his... Iander still isn't here, so that's why. MA usually means medical, AH is tech, H is just transport general. So I think, yeah, it's either the transport one or the recon one. But we'll see when we get in game. Otherwise, Nimi is the combat engineer for Delta. Danny is the auto rifleman, and then Infidel is another light AT, as well as NAFs. Warlords, Bay Potato, Aim for the Stars, Forge, Paladin, Sanctu. Good guys here on Echo. And then for Golf, we have, looks like, Hotel is the air detachment. So we have, interesting. So we have Matt, Coro, and Johansson as the detachment leader and XO. Then Lordus and Jesse are the 2 pilots. That means... So they have 3 of these Humvees. So for Golf and Golf 1, they have 3 Humvees and then a platoon leader and platoon medic. So this will be interesting. Interesting to see how they plan that out.
Nice.
Hey, Nadka.
Alright, I think that's all that needs to be sorted.
Fantastic. Then let's push through Strat to our briefing.
We can have one more Centaur join. I have to leave, unfortunately. I didn't think I would have to leave.
Okay, thank you for
in.
Okay, I was supposed to do that this time, right?
Yes.
That's fine.
Excellent.
We're all
All
good
right.
this time.
I'm getting better, boys.
Yeah, boy.
How you doing, Natko?
If we could have Collins be the Centaur that joins instead of him.
You've got a lot of static in your mic.
It is whoever is the first one to get in. That is who gets it.
We already got it.
There we go.
Hmm.
This is a thick map. It's almost like a Bassbeard map.
Exactly.
Less than 2 megabytes. Come to me when you have a 20 megabyte mission file.
You made a 20 megabyte mission. Jesus.
No, I actually made a 23, but yeah.
Did he
I once
upload
came
it
across
or
148
something?
megabyte mission
PAAs. Custom vehicle textures in PAA
Oh,
format.
right, yeah, fair enough then.
Who's excited for Six Nations?
Let's go Wales.
It's just going to be an England
Did you
victory.
say? Did you say let's go Wales?
Did you? Did he just say there's gonna be an England?
Come on,
Can I
England!
get the word here, please?
Yep, go for it. All yours.
I would kindly ask, and I need a Centaur
Yeah,
player
textures are data
lead
synced, especially
the
in
slot
Arma.
for Yander.
I mean, it's still
He
like
crashed
20
on the first round,
megabytes.
He RSVP'd, and he just said in the wrong channel for some reason because we haven't been clear of that. So, like, if anyone didn't.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Barb.
Hey. There's Nemesis is I wouldn't say debating, but they're discussing bringing Iander back in since that one guy had to leave. But while they do that, I was able to look over the roster, and we should have a very interesting round as well for the second round. Bunch of assets on both sides, BTRs for Red 4, M2 Humvees, and Little Birds for Blue 4. They start over at the airfield, so that makes perfect sense. Yeah, it should be very interesting. And now looking at the AO just from the map, not too far of a distance from each spawn, but with that kind
It's
of
gonna be a tough one for OPFOR, though. I will say.
I
I'll
agree.
interject a little bit. Because
Absolutely.
the terminals are on the edges of the control zone, which means OPFOR doesn't have room to set up sentry sites around the terminal zones.
Mhm.
So if they want to do an all eggs in one basket approach, it's going to be very, very tough.
That's after all is the answer. Agreed. I think they should be able to use the railroad line, like we've seen before on Ruha. Use that as a bit of a firm barrier because it's a nice straight line, fairly open. Should give them plenty of line of sight towards between, as a barrier before the terminals. So I could see that, but otherwise, yeah, they're not really gonna have a wide area defense. They're gonna have to keep it pretty concentrated, which isn't always the best.
I'll be right back 1 second. I got to answer something in chat.
Sure. I wonder what he could be answering. Otherwise, yeah, I could usually see those little birds flying behind, landing over by Yarvela. That's on Spanish. Why did I put a Spanish twang on it? But landing behind the back lines, really, and then proceeding on foot towards Terminal 3, as well as up to the north as I click out of my fucking game like a fucking shit. Czech Minister CZ. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Hope business is good. Hope the Czech nation is doing well. That your nation is prosperous and your people are satisfied with the government. Good on you. My mother was from Bavaria, so I have a vested interest in this region. Thinking false drop-offs would be a good play. Potentially, especially if they're able to land behind cover, but it's almost like a double-edged sword. Yeah, no problem. Talking about people being mentored.
Lamau. You are one of them.
Technically, yes. We were talking about false landings and false drop-offs with those little birds being a viable play. I'm of the opinion that it's a double-edged sword, that you don't, like, because they're little birds specifically. If they were Blackhawks, I could see that being useful, but with little birds and the crew and people riding alongside being exposed, if you have an empty chopper, then they know it's an empty chopper. If you fly in with a full chopper and leave with a full chopper, they know that you didn't drop people off there. So I could see that being rough, just specifically with little birds. But we do get pushed in now, and we get to see the AO.
All right, so Blue 4, we got those 2 unarmed little birds that you're talking about. We do have these 3 armed Humvees, which are up-armored, and they include the spotting cameras, which is great. Thermal's going to be disabled because FNF does not like thermals. We also got 2 quad bikes and plenty of transport trucks and 2 unarmed Humvees for transport as well. And we have our standard Marpat Marine woodland gear that we see. Honestly, we see these guys once a week with how everything goes. So,
easily.
5.56 rifles, M249s as a squad-based weapon, 240 Bravo as the Foxtrot and Charlie 1 squad weapon, and the Maz for the Charlie 2 team. And then X-Ray is going to get a Mark 11. And they even have a sign for Friday Night Fights Titans 77.
Yes, you saw that. Very good. Yes, I was told about that. And actually, if you zoom in, you can see a preview of one of the AOs. We do have, I was told about this beforehand, and you kind of ruined the surprise, you little sneaker. But yes, Friday Night Fight. I know. I'm playing with you. But yes, we will be having 7 versus 7 concentrated Friday Night Fight Titans. All the action in a big 120-person battle just condensed down to 7 versus 7. So keep a lookout for that.
Community versus community at that point, just to see who is better. We did have a Saturday Friday Night Fights branch.
Saturday Night Scuffle.
It was... Fucking, the FNF staff yelled at me for calling it a scuffle. They wanted it to be a skirmish instead, but I'm gonna still call it a scuffle.
I think I might have called it a skirmish before, but either way, yeah.
It's a scuffle now.
But yeah.
Regardless, that was between the sitting faction of, what was it, the 21 ID?
29th Infantry Division, and supplemented by 4 IB. I believe. Was it 4 IB or was it? No, it wasn't 4 IB. It was second MRB, 29th ID and a second MRB.
29th ID are the guys that
Mission for
FNF, the TeamSpeak,
there you go,
also has them in it. So they're the sitting community that helps to manage FNF. So
the home team,
they
so
were
to speak.
fighting the FNF coalition, quote unquote, last Saturday, and through the 3rd round tiebreaker, the FNF coalition was able to win, and that was really fun to spectate. But now we're having 7v7 to, I guess, do a community v community. We also got some random images of some AOs as well, so that's pretty interesting. But otherwise,
should be very
Blue
neat.
4 already getting set up here and trying to organize themselves. Let's go ahead and look at Op 4.
Absolutely. And if I had to guess, yes, it is our famous Russian detachment, as per usual. Wearing that very nice EMR camo, 5.45 AKs, unmagnified optics, PKMs for the squad level, PKPs for the platoon level, RPG 26s, and an RPG 42 as well, to round out the squad level weaponry. In addition, they do have, like I mentioned earlier, they have the 2 BTR 80s with a 14.5 heavy machine gun and a 7.62 PKT coaxial, in addition to some transport trucks and a couple Gaz Tigers. I believe 3 of them.
Hey, Barb?
Yes.
I'll be right back 1 second.
Oh, sure. But yes, the Gaz Tigers, which are pretty much equivalent to the up-armored Humvees, nice and, pretty thick-skinned, have a nice PKT on top, as well as an AGS. The AGS has been scripted to have no ammo because AGSs and GMGs in general are very powerful and can break a PvP scenario with that raw firepower. So that's been scripted to have no ammo at all. As well as 2 quad bikes, just like with Blue 4. These are usually taken by the X-Ray team, since they are a 4-man team. 2 quad bikes, 4 people, and the math checks out. Otherwise, standard, pretty much the same as last round. Blue 4 NATO guys versus Red 4 Russian guys. Pretty similar weaponry. and pretty good stats overall. I'd love to see how these BTRs are used in defensive capability. Usually you see these more as troop transports and then an IFV role. So we'll see how well those 14.5s, maybe they'll be using them to take out the helicopters. They would be very useful against that. And yeah, they also have these gas trucks for the purpose of transport. And once the EU gets back, we will look at the AOs. Otherwise, yeah, it is. This is kind of some people would see this as basic, but it is the most even fight that you can have, considering these are both RHS factions, assets, gear, etc. Friday Night Fights also has a special config to rescript body armor and I think ballistic values as well, but maybe just body armor. So 545 and 556 against this kind of body armor is very much even. In addition, those PKTs should be very useful as a Humvee analog, useful for transporting a small fire team around and being some mobile firepower for pursuing teams, helicopters, that kind of thing. Who builds all these missions? FNF has a volunteer mission development team. People can just, say, hey, I want to make a mission. You can make your mission. They have a specific framework for making missions. Mission gets submitted, audited, and put into the rotation. We have fresh missions every week because of the hard work that these people do for the community. Again, it is all volunteer, and it would not be possible without their help and their hard work. So big shout out to them, especially Tarnfalk, who is in my chat right now. So, going back to Blue 4 for a second, those little birds have the benches on the side, so they will be able to transport a good squad's worth of people. I think 8 total, so 3 on each of the benches, 1 in the back, and then 1 in the co-pilot seat. In addition, on the nose of the Humvee, that you can see on my stream, it has a nice little camera pod, useful for reconnaissance. I believe this is the Recon 1, so I thought that I don't know if the OH6M has it as well, but in any case, this model does have it. It is very useful. It's a very powerful camera. It goes up to like 12 or 15 times zoom. It is very good. So if they're able to utilize that, they should be able to get some decent eyes on the AO from a distance, from a safe distance, preferably. But we shall see. Hey, welcome back.
By the way, caught you talking about the SOCOM little birds and those camera magnifications. Those are going to be useful though if they have co-pilots. Which,
yes.
If we were to look at Hotel, which should be the group for those, but it looks like we only have a single pilot for each among Hotel. Though we do have Hotel 1.
Yeah,
so I think 1 is going to have an extra co-pilot, but 1 is going to be a simple transport.
If I remember correctly from the roster, there were 2 pilots, and then there was actually an air detachment commander and XO. So if all the slots were filled, they would have a pilot and a co-pilot each, and the detachment lead and XO could, in theory, use those camera pods. But yeah, we do have Ikiru and his squad loading up in one of them, and Johansson loading up in the other. So they will definitely be using those to pretty good effect, especially considering how cramped this start zone is for Red 4. Now that we've gone over that, do you want to go over the terminals?
Oh, let me give a general spiel. If you are playing in the server and you are on either my stream or Barbarian stream and we catch you, you're gonna get banned from FNF.
Yeah,
So
don't do that, please.
Don't make me go to NEM, because I'm already gonna go to NEM just to verify a few IP things, but please.
Yeah, we had to do a 5-minute delay for the Saturday night skirmish, scuffle, whatever.
I don't
and
want
I
to
hate
take
that.
FNF to a 5-minute delay.
It is, yeah.
Please.
Do not make us do that. It is literally going to be y'all's fault if we do, so please don't make us. I beg you.
Ay. Anyway, let's go over terminals. I have IPs noted and whatnot. We'll just compare them after stream.
Sure. Terminal 1 is a warehouse over on the northeast corner of the safe start zone. We see Malin, Vonk, Armor Jesus, and all them setting up pretty heavy defenses all around. They are also setting up defenses looking across the river to the west, so they are thinking of everything here, which is good to see. They will have plenty of time, still got another 5 minutes to build up some defenses. Not a bad area, but the tree cover does kind of limit visibility pretty heavily, in my opinion.
Yeah, with this AO, the one fear I have is Blue 4 coming from the tree angles.
Exactly,
you see a bit of
Timefall.
a riverbed extending to the southeast here that Blue 4 can utilize, passing the train tracks along this riverbed to get in close and then attack it from the northeast angle. They can also go a little farther past and try to assault it from the riverbed. But Op4 is doing their best to set up some sort of 360 security here. Now, with both factions, you do have to note, both factions know the exact position of the terminal because it's marked with dots on the map, and the defending faction gets the red marker right there. So,
yes.
I don't know, Op4 doing what appears to be an all eggs in one basket approach right now on Terminal 1. That is incredibly risky. That means they're going to go for better PvP rather than time.
Yeah,
So we'll just have to see how that plays out.
Compared to the first round, this is actually a very I said cramped earlier, but it's compact, really. We do see now one of the PKTs heading south. Joseph Stalin and 3 others heading down to Terminal 2. Might be rigging that as a booby trap. But yeah, I really would have expected them to be a bit more forward, maybe do Terminal 2 and 3 using those the railway line, the clearing around it, to hold that as a defensive line perhaps. But no, looks like they are absolutely going for an all eggs in one basket, maybe some active defense. We got X-ray on those 2 quad bikes, which we usually see. But otherwise, yeah, that is surprising to say the least.
Then we have Charlie 1 in the Gaz. They're going to potentially try to go for a counterattack here on the southern side. But yeah, Terminal 2, Terminal 3 in a little shack in the middle of nowhere, and Terminal 2, which is on the rail crossing, both being abandoned. I'm really surprised there's no explosive traps being put down, as you said earlier, because terminals are the easiest way to put explosive traps down, because all you have to do is put the charge down, wait for the pop-up, and then dead it.
Yeah, that's what I thought that Gaz was going to do in that Charlie 1 Gaz down to the south. I thought that might be setting up something down there, but no, it looks like that might be just going for that active defense that we saw utilized in the first round, but nowhere near to the extent that we saw before. Both BTRs over here, a few people in each, but really just, I mean, looking around, they're spreading this out, but it's, I don't know how to feel about this, honestly.
One thing I want to know, though, Barbarian, is how many guys Guy Fieri on Op4 is going to send to Flavortown tonight in round 2 of EU FNF. He is a medic, though, so probably only 1, maybe 2 tops, but we'll have to see.
Now I'm just imagining Guy Fieri tapping a syringe filled with barbecue sauce and putting it into someone to wake him up.
That is called epinephrine, my friend.
I don't know what... I'm not diabetic, but I don't think that's what epinephrine looks like.
I will say this, though. Blue 4, I think, are going to do a large amount of air cap
diabetic
here.
people don't even use epinephrine. I'm thinking of allergies.
Both Hueys set up, filled nearly to the brim here. One at +6, one at +8. But they still have 2 additional squads here waiting to deploy. So I think Blue 4 is going to go for a very quick rush strategy, which is not going to play to Op4's favor here, because Op4 is doing an eggs in one basket strategy, which means there's no way in hell this is going to go down to the clock. So EU2, probably going to be a quicker round, but we'll have to see how these BTR 80s are utilized to hopefully slow down Blue 4's advance. That 250 7.62 round magazine for that coax gun is going to be really effective, but those 50 round 14.5 millimeters are going to be absolutely devastating if they manage to catch a little bird out of position.
I'm absolutely with you. I think that Red 4's strategy here, kind of condensing their defenses, just again looking at the defensive lines they've built, very impressive and very encompassing watching all kinds of directions coming in. I think that's actually going to be the best counter against a rush, is have everyone in one place. Yeah, even that gas at the south has come back, and so they're going to be all pretty much all together. So that's definitely going to be able to counter that rush as best as they can. As for the trips that the Little Bird is going to have to do, that could it's a bit risky because it could mean that they get separated, the two squads, and then come back for another two squads. Could mean that in between those trips, they could be counterattacked and taken out. Mission has started. X-Ray is heading out.
Yep, Op4 rushing a group up from the Terminal 1 site. They're going to try to garrison this town here. Unarmed Vic also charging up here, but again, Op4, as you said earlier, are really investing in holding everything around.
They all grouped up like that, just as for the
1.
Blue 4 Foxtrot squad to suppress half of the enemy team. You mean just in regards to this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, this is good. This is that active defense that I was kind of hoping to see, but nowhere near as active as I thought they would be. The X-Ray squad moving out to trying to get early eyes on. That's par for the course. They're doing a good job in hiding their quad bikes, but I feel like they really need to try and go further. They have another, 20 clicks or something. No, sorry, 2 clicks. I'm thinking I'm getting my map markers mixed up. But yeah, they still have about a click, 2 clicks before the enemy base. So they still have plenty of breathing room to push out a little bit further, just in a very not passive, but patient recon role, holding their fire, getting the information out, and relaying that to the higher command structure. I don't know. I feel like they're stunting themselves a little bit. They've gone across the tracks now, and they're pushing out to this little peninsula of forest over here by marker 22. And yeah, the other team is garrisoning this town a little bit to their north.
We'll say Op4 sending both.
First load farther off time, that's the next load lands forward and right on top of the
transport truck down on
wouldn't be bad. They could also just
appear to be going
drop
on
them and
side,
hold,
wait
wait for the other squad, and then
to
push in all together.
potentially maneuver somewhere to the west or northwest of the terminals. I don't know where they're going to deploy yet. But if they manage to try to attack Terminal 1 as the rest of the force goes for something like Terminal 2, Op4 is going to have the advantage here because they're going to be focusing all eggs in one basket on Terminal 1. They're going to be able to take 100% of their force to fight about 40% of Blue force here, whittle them down, take them out, and then they might be able to then repel the other half of Blue force, despite Blue 4 having 11 people over Op4's numbers. So we'll have to see how that goes. But at that point, the only person to blame is Blue 4 for that strategy. But again, we're getting into a situation where you can't really fault either side for the win or loss. It's just the tactics. But Blue 4 deploying those forces way outside the AO. That is at least 2 to 3 clicks away. They're playing this incredibly safe for this 50-minute round.
Yeah,
I think next time those here, let me explain why. Those guys are gonna get eyes on. They're gonna start coming into the AO, and then the Little Birds, when they go back to pick up the other 2 groups of infantry and put them in, they're gonna bring them in where Blue 4 is moving. That way they know it is safe. So I get why they're doing that. That lets them get some eyes on the ground and have them start moving into the terminal sites, only for the Little Birds to deploy the next wave of infantry right on top of them. So actually, that's really smart.
Cross
it still keeps them all completed.
Cross in my chat had that exact same idea. He posed that to me. I'm thinking now that they are kind of moving out, I was of the opinion that they're gonna stay still at a much closer LZ. Get steady and just hold there and just hold for the second team to come up to them, and then they just go out as one big squad. However, yeah, looks like they are moving forward on foot. I was thinking they'd go more like Yarvella. Just to the west of Terminal 3 by a few hundred meters. But yeah, they are 3 clicks away from Terminal 1 here. And that is a long walk. The other group got dropped even further west by the map border itself. They got about a 3.5, maybe closer to 4 click walk. That is... Whew. That is a walking simulator round for them. I feel like that's a bit of a misplay. Like you said, they're playing that very safe. which makes sense, especially with the very
It's-
lightly armored
it's only
little
gonna
birds.
work out for them though, because there's no defensive aspects around Terminal 3 or Terminal 2, so that's gonna allow Blue 4 to regroup on the southern side and then do a unified push with that numbers advantage to still take on Terminal 1 and probably win, because Op 4 doesn't know where Blue 4 is going to be deploying, so they've committed half of their force to that northern side. So if Blue 4 attacks the southern side, which is only half of Op 4's forces, that's going to force the northern half to come down and assist in defense, creating A, a hole, and B, a stagnated defense, because Blue 4 might have already gotten a few easy licks in, and I could see Blue 4 just steamrolling this AO. The one concern with how far Blue 4 has been deploying their forces is they're treating this extremely cautiously. So that could still give Op 4 the time advantage, because these are 50-minute rounds plus the 15-minute safe start, which means this ends at 1 hour and 5 minutes. I've got my map open, which is why I state that. Op 4 could still get the time advantage and just need to hold for that long amount of time, because Blue 4 hasn't sufficiently done any helicopter recon to see that Terminal 2 and 3 are pretty exposed right now. So
yeah, I all that is very sound logical strategy, but using these little birds the way they are, and I mean, thank goodness that there is no actual like patrol. We always call back to it, but that, you know, if they Redford were to do that 11117 kind of rushing patrol thing way far out, they would find this group here down at the Varho Hotel, and they would catch them out, know where they are, and it would ruin this entire plan. Because, these two, almost like halves at this point of Blue 4 are very much separated. Okay, sorry. But yeah, if Red 4 were to be more aggressive in this scenario, Blue 4 would be completely screwed over by their own tactics. And I think that the longer this goes on, Red 4 is going to be much more willing to commit to defending a push, or to even doing a fix them and flank them, or a counterattack of some sort. We do see those two BTRs on the other side of the river now going west. So I think they've predicted this, that they've gone far south and are behind their lines now. We actually also have X-Ray, who's pushed up a considerable amount. Actually, no, they're still in that same peninsula, but they're only about a click or so away from Blue 4's position. They don't hear those helicopters from their position. They shouldn't, at least. But the point of what I was saying earlier is, like, the longer that this goes on, Red 4 is going to recognize that they don't have enough time to maneuver once they attack. Say they have 25 minutes left when they start their attack.
Red 4 is defending.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, Red 4 won't have is going to commit to a counterplay. They're not going to. How do I put this?
Red's only going to commit to a counterplay, though, if Blue 4 advances, but Blue 4 is playing this incredibly cautious because they think Op 4 is a lot more spread out than they actually are. This is one of the biggest issues we see in FNF, is the attacking faction does not do proper recon, they just assume. And then from there, everything falls apart, because they assumed.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I want that active defense, but, like...
You're not going to see an active defense here.
No.
Blue 4 is going to get stalled out for at least another 5 to 10 minutes. That's going to eat up the clock.
Chibi, Highlander hasn't done anything. That's the problem. He crashed out of the first round, and he couldn't get into the second, so he hasn't done anything.
So they just have to actively... They could send forces down to actively defend Terminal 3 if they wanted to, but unless Blue 4 steamrolls from the west, I don't see this working. I already think this is a plan that is built to fail for Blue 4, because they're taking this over cautiously without doing any recon, which is why recon is so important to do, not just in PvP, but in any Arma 3 scenario, period.
And we could see, once they drop off that second load, I think they do have a third load actually back at base that one of the helicopters is going back for now. But And they've actually stopped. Yeah, both those squads have stopped, so they're not even making any further progress until they get those reinforcements in and they can move as one cohesive unit. But maybe once they get all the transport done, then they go and they start doing some recon with those very, very powerful nose cameras. Even if they don't have thermals, they still have a wicked amount of zoom, like something like 20 times zoom or something. So I could see that maybe happening once they get everyone deployed and mobilized, start doing that recon when there's not as much risk to those little birds moving around and flying over the AO. But we're already almost 10 minutes in, and there hasn't been much movement from the attacking side.
I don't know. Blue Force still deploying because they still have units in spawn and the little.
I'm not
birds are
talking
coming
shit to
back
Iander.
from
I'm
up. They
saying
haven't
literally,
moved,
you haven't done
excuse me.
anything, and I
Blue
feel for
Force
you, my
infantry
guy.
on the ground hasn't moved that much. We've got a bit
Get
of
to
a
know
recon
Fred
element
Dog.
trying to
However the fuck you
maneuver
pronounce
past
that.
the landing sites
Mm-hmm.
into Overwatch on Terminal 3 and Terminal 1, but they are still a good click and a half away from either position. Blue 4, meanwhile, on the southern side are trying to Overwatch. We do see a few Op 4 guys trying to trickle around to see where Blue 4 is coming
Send the
from.
boom.
But
Thank
Blue
you for
4
the
still
follow.
needs a good 5 minutes to deploy, and that's 15 out of the 50 minutes, so that leaves 35 minutes to take all 3 terminal sites. That's really tough to do, considering Op 4 does still have those 2 BTR-80s. That could easily come up and stop, just stem a few minutes from Blue 4's advance. So I really don't like Blue 4's plan here. I think they are taking this way too cautious. If this was an OFCRA round, for example, which I commentate on Thursdays, where they get 2 hours per round, I could see this. But for an FNF round, which is only 50 minutes, they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. Op4, by doing an all eggs in one basket approach, wasn't expecting to get a time boost because when you defend all sites, you're expecting the other 2 to get steamrolled and quickly taken after
doing
the
a
enemy
fallback,
faction
yeah.
realizes what you're doing. Op4 is just going to get that
Cheers,
because
Iander.
of Blue 4's plan. And again, it's all based on the fact that Blue 4 just assumed.
I agree, Nodka.
You
I think they're gonna
always
run out
want
of
to do
time.
recon, even if it costs you 5, maybe 10 minutes.
And for
Fly
some
over.
reason, sorry to interrupt you, but Fred, who got he went off from the X-ray detachment, he's taking fire from the south, from Forge and some of the other guys from Scandian who are along with them. So, first shots have been fired now. And I'm not entirely sure of what that's going to mean in the grand scheme of things.
Fred's a medic. I guess he was just sent down to go try to find
I
forces
think
here. but
Fred's
that's a really
Fred's
interesting
a Logan
call.
type. He's kind of he's a good lone wolf type, but at the same time, as a medic, you do want to be with your squad at some point, or for the most part, because
Yeah, but Logan
you can
plays
be the most.
medic a lot as well, so
That's what I'm
just
saying,
whatever
yeah.
they get thrown into, you know.
Scandy Rockman, cannonball the bottle of port or no? Ooh, Lero, off-topic question. Should Iander cannonball a bottle of port or no?
It's Iander we're talking about. The answer is automatically yes, regardless of the question.
Yes. Okay. Good. I agree. Thank you.
Look, the man has blue on blued friendly Apaches in the past, thinking they were hostile, even though they were hovering in a pattern that no AI would do. So the answer automatically is yes.
Fair. Iander, you heard him. Get drunk. You've already missed 2 rounds of EU FNF. I'll see you for round 3, or if not, I'll see you for NA if you're still conscious.
He won't be, but nonetheless.
He doesn't
it'll
need to be
quite
conscious to
interesting
make rocket
see.
shots.
Fuck. Barb, I'm drunk. I could really go for a a Pizza Hut pizza right now. No, it would be a Papa John's pizza. Have you ever I'm gonna take us to a side note because Blue 4 is gonna spend another like 5 to 10 minutes maneuvering here. Have you ever had pizza, but then your stomach like hates you the next few hours after?
Hates me?
Like like you have stomach problems and shit. I don't know why. Like I get that with Domino's all the time these days, but I don't know why.
Really?
With Papa John's stuffed crust cheese pizza, which I absolutely love, I've never had a problem with so far, and I've eaten like 4 of them. So I really want to go get another one right
What,
now.
in one day?
Yeah. It's dope. I'm drunk as shit. You have to deal with this.
Yes. Usually got to deal with me, but I'm getting there as well. Here, let me drink some more of this mead, and I'll get right
I
there
already
with
drank halfway through my Vikings blood bottle, man. You gotta catch up.
you. Shit, I think I'm maybe about a quarter in. I really gotta catch up. Here, hold on. Let me take a pull from the bottle. 1 second.
All right. Hey, Cryleaf, how you doing? I haven't really noticed anything this week from at least from round 1. I know Paladin was coming up from ML 700th, but he got shot to shit. I know last week though for NA round 1 he clutched and then failed so hard because he didn't play the objective. He played for kills. You remember that, Barb? NA round 1 on the Ridgeside defense. Paladin came up. He had the opportunity to win the objective, but instead he went for kills. That was such a blunder.
that was a blue ball.
And then he blew himself up too in the beginning with one grenade that bounced off the tree.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
Wow,
Anyway,
2 of them.
30-minute mark roughly. So we are what, 15 minutes in? So 35 minutes remaining on the round. Terminal hack 2 started. We're at 2 minutes for the hack times there. And they Blue 4 has come up a little bit with its 3 vehicles.
Wait,
rounds going out on
terminal time is 2 minutes, not 90 seconds. I just realized that.
Yeah, usually it is 90 seconds. So that's a really interesting call right there. But regardless, Op4 is going to maintain their position.
Not until
with
I can do
that
this as a career, which I can at this
pulling
point.
back to do
Maybe
recons
one day.
and smokes popped as well as they pull to the north. We might see a little bit of a tougher
If I do a face
defensive
reveal too
line
soon, I'm
for
going to lose
Terminal 2
followers.
because Charlie for
Have you ever
Op4,
seen the
which is their
Goonies,
weapon
man?
squad.
That's me.
So they're heavy AT, they're MAC, which is a proper term for that, and a machine gun, which would be in the form of PKP overwatching that. But
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta do an aside. You did an aside. I get an aside. Gaming with Big B. Buffalo wings from Buffalo. You don't go to Buffalo for buffalo wings. I'm sorry. You do not go to Buffalo for buffalo wings. I'm gonna say it.
you
Like
can make buffalo wings. No, I'm gonna be honest. So Bloodwing and we're gonna get a mortgage in 4 months. For
I like buffalo
500,000.
wings.
We're gonna pay off a 5th of it on the down payment, and then pay that off for the rest for a townhouse. I want to go into mead making when we get it. Go into gardening when I get it, indoor gardening specifically, and culinary stuff. So I will show you how to make the best fucking buffalo wild wings.
Oh, I can make some great wings, dude. I have this great recipe since we don't have a fryer. I have a great oven recipe for oven baked wings that are the crunchiest and most delectable wings you've ever had. Even better than like a traditional deep fried recipe. Trust me.
Come over, man. We'll
Absolutely.
Make them, we'll shoot a video
Absolutely.
on
Just
it. We'll sub with
absolutely.
each other after. It'll be great.
Yeah, dude. Wait, what?
Obviously.
You're horny. You're drunk and you're
Terminal 2
horny.
Complete on the southern side. That was that explosion right there. Little Bird now coming around to try to do recon. Op4 responding.
Ooh,
by
you're doing some mean making
firing
yourself?
at it
Nice.
With Alpha
Cheers.
1's squad leader. No, I rectify that. That is Coda on the gas trying to fire up at that Little Bird. And
Wait, what? So we're gonna make the video about the wings. Is the other video gonna go on the OnlyFans then?
of course. Silence, bottom. Anyway, Blue 4 is maneuvering.
Make me, daddy.
Shut the. We can't stream this content on Twitch, Barb. We have to move it to Pornhub. Anyway, Blue 4, their forces on the western flank are really stagnant right there. They have a Little Bird on reserve, which I believe it's not landed. It's just
Time to break in that maid outfit in
in
Lyra's kitchen. I agree.
Oh my god! Stop making me horny on that. Anyway. Blue 4 still moving their forces up. This is gonna just eat up a lot of the clock here with those two Op4 BTR 80s in position to block Blue 4 in their forces to advance from the west. But this also opens up opportunity
I'm good.
for
I'm
Blue
good.
4
I'm
to
good.
move their 3 Humvees up from the south. This could go either way, but I'm really worried about Blue 4 right now because a lot of time is getting eaten up on the clock, and that is going to just do Op4 a service here of holding Terminal 1.
Is that a buffalo wing in your pocket, or you just happy to see me?
Shut the fuck up, bottom. I'm only drinking because I got 100K subs on YouTube. All right, that's the only reason why I'm drunk.
You were
Don't
day
worry
drinking
about it.
before you saw that. Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I literally woke up, checked my phone, and Bloodwind's like, "Oh my gosh, you hit 100K," and I'm like, "What?" And then I started day drinking.
Oh,
Right?
sure.
The only reason I was day drinking is because I had some leftover caviar from my brother's birthday, where I made him Wagyu beef steaks. Fun fact, by the way, drunk confession, because we're still waiting on time. I bought my brother really expensive Australian and Japanese Wagyu beef steaks to cook him for his birthday, which was about 2 weeks ago. And when I went to checkout with them, the $250 Wagyu steaks, the person put them through the scanner, but they didn't scan. So I was able to. I didn't pay for them, but they were still in the bags. So I just walked off with them with my.
You just saved like
$250 steaks. Yeah. Everything else was additional $250. So I was willing to pay, like $500 for my brother's dinner because he's moving into his own apartment. And I thought,
Where's my
this would be the
paycheck,
last time I
motherfucker?
got to spend time with him. This was special. Again, Barb, I will state this again. He was moving out. He has his own apartment now. I'm never gonna probably see him again except for
Hi,
holidays.
Andrew. I'm sorry, man.
And I wanted to make it special, so I cooked him Wagyu, but the person didn't scan it, so I saved $250. So
Lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, we just walked off with them. They were really good and juicy. I will admit it's a great ceremonial thing, but you don't want to eat it every day because it's if you eat it every day, the
Said the boom.
fatty
Thank you for the tier 1
in the
subscription.
Wagyu is just kind of sickening at that point. But
Hope you're enjoying
it's
this.
still something good to try.
That's probably the quickest follower to subscription I've had.
Don't
So
get me
thank you
wrong.
very much.
So Wagyu, normally you get in these little slivers, these little chunks, like a little mini filet mignon. These were full
Steaks.
strip steaks.
Yeah, no, a
So
steak
that's
of
why they were
Wagyu. Yeah.
expensive as hell.
No, when I went to Japan, I had to pay like $10 for Wagyu ramen, and it was that same kind of very thin slices, so kind of like beef jerky sized slices of Wagyu beef. So that absolutely checks out as far as a bigger steak.
So-
And again, we are still waiting on time on any kind of contact.
So someone's telling me, just Proud Patriot telling me I shouldn't admit to crimes. I didn't commit any crimes. They just didn't scan it. So actually,
It's
I
on the
actually
store.
looked this up and
It's
talked to
on the
my
store.
lawyer about it.
It's
not
on the
my
store.
fault. It's on them for not
Hope
scanning.
this round sucks.
And I don't have to correct them.
I'll drink for you,
as a
Iander.
standard citizen of the United States of America. But it's statute of limitation for that is what, like a few years. I gotta look that up. But again, it's not my fault. But yeah, someone who works in retail saying it is not a crime if at the till somebody does not charge you. Exactly. So I just
Thank you
got
very
lucky
much,
with
Iander.
that.
It's a good tie. I got it from my brother-in-law.
Besides the
It's a
point,
good one.
it's
Yeah.
just a good celebratory thing.
Absolutely, no, very, very, very fortunate. Good. That's a good luck thing. That's a good sign for your brother's fortune.
My luck with Bloodwing, I almost said her name. We have really weird luck where she will either get really lucky or I will get really lucky. Not as lucky as Delta 2 for Blue 4 though, who just got shot at from two different sides of Op4 here, from Charlie
And of course, the Scandi Recon is Delta 2, by the way.
Of course they are, and of course that's why they're pushing. But
Speaking of pushing, Golf is charging across an open field. Open field now, going onto Charlie's flank. They're gonna run into a rock. Oh no, they braked. Whatever. Now I'm getting drunk. Fuck you. Lots of fire now coming onto that Humvee though.
that's in between rounds, buddy.
Anyway, X-Ray for Red 4 now kind of reacting to this. They've fallen back a bit from their original position. Fell back a bit northeast. Front line still not really established. It's pretty early. Rocket goes out. I believe that was from Dingo, perhaps, onto the Golf's Humvee, but it missed. Those Humvees are the up-armored variant, so they are going to need some AT. Second rocket comes out from Strakatenko, I believe. And maybe that was Ryzen, but either way, it was also ineffective. And the third one goes out, but that one was on the BTR. Pickles, his BTR is cooking off.
Yep, that was by Ash who fired that round. So that BTR is going to pull back. It's got a wounded in it.
And there it
the
is.
kickoff flame, and we're at least going to see one guaranteed.
There goes
KIA
G-Legs,
out
but
of there.
G-Legs is crippled. He goes prone, trying to crawl away. He may not get away.
Additional damage to him to knock him out. I think he has maintained.
Oof.
Yep.
Yeah, he definitely got hurt from that a bit more. Pickle's still inside. He was the wounded one in there. He is pretty badly fucked up. Oh, God. Oh, look at him. He's... Oh, that's a big hole in his thigh. I don't like that.
So we got Blue 4 Humvees coming from the south. They are firing on TSB members at Terminal 3. I fucking called this. Op4 is going to pull a pseudo defense at Terminal 3 to help stall Blue 4 forces to help eat up on the clock. Blue 4 has a really good pincer maneuver going here, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think Blue 4 is going to be able to get these two terminals in time because of the amount of time that's already been eaten up on the clock. There is only 25 minutes remaining in this round. Half of the time has gone by because Blue 4 spent half the time maneuvering. I don't think they're going to get to Terminal 1 in time with the
I know,
strength
Iander.
of how Op4 is going.
Such a better
Also,
one,
yes,
yeah.
Barb and I have a fun relationship, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Save it for the Patreon and the OnlyFans, dude.
The OnlyFans, definitely.
I'm not going to say anything more. Daniel's gunner got shot out. Those Humvees do also have a bit of an armored turret, but the head is still exposed. Daniel does fortunately wake back up, but he's going to need to get a bit of some band-aids and boo-boo kisses before he presses on. Infidel
Wilbur
goes
finds
down.
some high-edge recon here. That is Pearson, somebody else, checking to see the defensive
Hey,
lines
Lazar.
at Terminal
I'm doing
1.
good, my man.
I think Blue 4 is going to realize the issue of Op 4 putting in all eggs in one
That's a
basket
good way to spend
approach
your time,
on
Iander.
Terminal 1, and that is going to try to rush them a little bit. That opens them up to a little bit of mistakes, but we'll have to see how things go. We still have Moxbren trying to pick off Bert here.
Yes, it
Bert
is.
just
Good
blew
ear,
Moxie
Iander.
away.
I've downloaded this today.
Good old TSB trying to win a one-on-one with a bigger
6 your
asset
stomach? Ooh,
because
I'm
the
sorry to hear that,
square
Lasper.
hole is the square.
It goes in the square hole.
My fucking god, inside jokes, but we still have Blue 4 trying to push
Inside.
up
There's a
forces
published
into
video.
Terminal
Fuck
3,
you
but they're
mean
gonna run
inside
into Op 4
joke.
forces, and this is an even fight here. We got TSB fighting honestly some names I don't recognize. Gaza goes down. Ghost 12 tries to cover for him.
Oh,
As
yes,
Tackleberry
this is
comes
a
up.
newer group. This is a Czech group. Strike Red, I believe, is the name, but they are a Czech group, so we have some actual Bohemian natives. Absolutely.
Yeah, because Bohemia Interactive is a Czech company, but I do like seeing PvP groups kind of.
I know, right,
blend in, 'cause
Tarnvalk?
I
I'm
know,
loving
there's
this.
Quite a few Czech groups in OFCRA that come in, so it's nice to see them potentially blend into FNF. But TSB holding strong here. Gazaga's down, Malin is down. It's pretty even, but I think Blue 4 is going to be able to eventually stampede this position. But if Op 4 is able to hold another 5 minutes, I think they're going to be able to win this because
Mhm.
of the sheer amount of forces defending Terminal 1.
Admittedly, the western flank is going better than I expected for Blue 4. Like you said, they did push. Red 4 did push out a few individuals to try and hold off that advance to certain degrees of success. But with Malin down now, Heckfly, Defensor, Ryzen under fire with superior numbers coming up against them. It will be a Pyrrhic movement for Red 4, but they are making great progress. I am interested to see how G-Legs performs. He was the the gunner of that BTR that brewed up. He opens up on Andreas, man, who is rolling around the field. He gets taken down. But Eriku, just on the other side of these bushes, heard those AK shots, comes around, and gets the revenge kill. Great movement. Great situational awareness from Eriku. And so ends G-Leg's poor life. Over on the eastern side, lots of charges going off, destroying those buildings. A bit of a miscue there. I don't know if those were on a timer or those were on a clacker, but either way, no effectiveness whatsoever. So that's a waste of, I think that was 3 explosive charges actually. So that's unfortunate. Are BIDs and PvP not allowed to hold command positions? Mission makers can in FNF and they made the entire game? Possibly. Scandy has already beaten the snot out of Red Strike in the past.
Sorry,
Yes.
Barb, I ran out of mead. I've drank 700 milliliters of it out of the 750. So yeah, that explains why I'm drunk as fuck, by the way. But
Okay, don't worry, my sweet summer child. I'll take care of you. Just come here. Just come here, my little pog champ.
it's okay. We'll get the cat boys later. But besides the point, I don't know how Blue 4 is gonna win this one. They have 20 minutes remaining before time ends. 15-minute timer is going to go off in about 5.5 minutes, and they still have a lot of their forces here. So Blue 4 is going to have to really rush in and be really effective on the PvP. But for now, especially after round 1, where we saw it come down very, very close, by the end of it, I don't think Blue 4 has enough time to maneuver on these remaining 2 terminals.
I agree, because over on the western side, Heckfly, Deventer, and Ryzen still alive in this little saddle. They're still kind of... I mean, they're staying alive. We have the Charlie 1 lead over to their east. But Blue 4 here, they have a great bridge to cross over and get to just south of Terminal 1 and push up there, which is actually relatively undefended. They have that Malden bunker looking south, but otherwise, most of the defenders are looking east, north, or west. So this is actually, if Blue 4 can mobilize and pick up the pace, like I said, only 20 minutes now until the end of the round. If they can pick up the pace, they should have a great opportunity to pull this out from behind and make a win out of a pretty fucky-wucky situation.
I don't see Blue 4 winning this. There's too many forces. There's 20 minutes going on.
Posture check? Actually, good point. My posture is kind of fucky. Let me adjust my
Blue 4 group coming
lumbar
in,
support.
but even with the little bird that
And I'll
just
drink
landed to
some
pick people up, Blue
Gatorade.
4 might try something really drastic to get on top of Op 4's positions at Terminal 1, but I think that desperation might get them killed a few times over.
As soon as he sobers up, by then it will be too late, Tovarisha.
Normally an all eggs in one basket approach doesn't net them this level of security, but because of Blue 4's extra caution into these AOs,
God damn it, send the
just
boom.
worked in Op 4's favor. And now you got Dingo and Joseph Stalin picking off stragglers from Blue 4 that run up and try to take Terminal 3. Dingo just got a free kill. He's on 2, by the way, of Blue 4 just trying to trickle into Terminal 3 site right here. And I don't see Blue 4 winning this at all.
Well, now with Scandy mobilizing, they're going into this ditch over here that they're going into now with the support of at least 2 M2 Humvees. So they have plenty of firepower, plenty of manpower. They're coming up against just a 5-man fire team led by Emzakov over here. Emzakov, by the way, great streamer, rates me a lot of the time, so please go send him some love. But if they're able to continue along this path, they should be able to do that same kind of 2-front attack. So it should stretch the defenses of Red 4 a little bit at least. Lots of fire now coming in towards those Humvees who are pushing up as a bit of a vanguard force. Nothing really crazy. Where's that other BTR? As I asked that, it is cooking off right now. Yang and Cole. Cole is hiding behind the cooking off BTR. That's not the smart idea. Yang is down inside it. Grenade going off right at Cole's feet. As the BTR blows up, he's actually still alive. Never mind, he's fucking dead.
I just saw a headshot on him. He got knocked unconscious.
Absolutely. So 4IB doing some good work. Elkin is down for them, but that's both BTRs down. And if you're looking at this southern... No. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go
No, you go ahead.
Fine. I got you. So both BTRs down, 16.5 minutes remaining. I think those BTRs did their job here. We do have Blue 4 trying to trickle in on the other half of the pincer. Continue with Foxtrot 1. If they are able to win the PvP fight with this supporting Humvee, I think they could pierce in and potentially snipe Terminal 1, but I think that's really unlikely with the sheer amount of Op 4 forces that have been dedicated in defending Terminal 1 here.
I disagree. The BTRs have not done their job. The BTRs were there to counter the up-armored M2 Humvees and vice versa.
No.
How about no.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll state it after this.
Absolutely. So yeah, the Humvees are now, because they're up armored, they're impervious to small arms fire, except for maybe the wheels. And Warlords, particularly, he's just driving around in circles. He's being a target for all of this 545 and 762 fire because he can tank it. The 14.5 HMG on the BTRs was meant to destroy those things, but because both of them are down, they can't do that. That's the main crux of my point, so I'll let you take the floor.
Okay, so I agree with you. Blue 4 is using their Humvees to draw fire. I agree with you on that statement, but Op 4 still has a lot of forces defending Terminal 1, and those two BTRs being put on the western side have been merely meant to stall Blue 4's western approach here, and that has bought them time on holding Terminal 3. Because they are holding on that objective,
absolutely,
we're about to get on the 50-minute mark, which means we're about to get the 15-minute warning marker. I don't see Blue 4 coming up to take these objectives.
It's pretty good. I had to warm up to it, but
Op4
it's very
has had
good.
this in the bag ever since the beginning when Blue 4 decided to do that really long-distance deployment of air assault forces, because airborne means parachutes. Air assault means they're landing with helicopters. But the air assault force is like 2 to 3 clicks away on the western side, has really just guaranteed Op 4 the victory here. And we have the 15 minutes remaining.
And I will walk back my point. 4AB, the same group that took down that other BTR, they got completely walked up on by King and his group of Armored Jesus, Tom, Flux, and Guy Fieri, sending them all as the great restaurant in the sky. As they're doing some work. So this western flank is not done yet, and the terminal 3 that's in this wood and the shack in the middle of the woods, Wawa, it is still intact. So there is still plenty of work to do. And honestly, I'm starting to agree with you. Looking at the map, there's still plenty of Red 4 and not a lot of Blue 4. Scandi is great, but even Scandi can only do so much, as I think they're now down to 4 or 5 remaining. Let me check.
I'm going to be honest. I'm really surprised Heckfly and DaVinci are still alive. As I say that,
are they actually?
Just got knocked unconscious. Yeah.
I mean, still, even then.
Blue 4
even then.
Like 5 to 10 minutes here. A few forces able to delay the attacking faction. Venture just died, but they did their job.
I don't know, Logan. It's not here yet. I'm sorry. If it was here, I would have worn it. You know that.
Before the timer ends. But Blue 4 is
you
kind
don't recognize it? Oh, that's
rattled
unfortunate.
here. They got a pincer maneuver going on Terminal 1.
Oh, this is what you were going to send, Wasper? Yeah, no. Nordic gave me $50 last night, and he was like, yeah, now you have no excuse to go get it. And so I went and got it this morning.
Slow in deploying their forces.
Yeah, that really was just, well, it wasn't even like they were slow in deploying them. It was that they deployed them quickly, but like 2.5 clicks away. Like, it was just
too far.
It completely was counterintuitive to the mobility that the Little Birds lent to this attacking force. I mean, of course, you don't want to land them right on top of everyone, but at the same time, land them a bit closer, as I'm pretty sure Johansson just took some damage. I heard that crunch of shit being shot out, so we'll see if he's able to maintain his altitude. But yeah, now we're down to about 13 minutes, 12 minutes and change as 4IB on Blue 4. So I guess it got split up, but 4IB and Scandi are now coming in on the northeastern side of Terminal 1. They got the Czech guys actually to go up against, as Nemia and Collins might be coming into a bit of a duel here along the riverside. Both of them are on the flank. Nemia is a combat engineer and Collins is a machine gunner. So this could be an interesting fight, especially if Nemia decides to pull the pin on a satchel charge and throw it over in Collins' direction. But they got to find each other first for that to happen. Guinea pig bit, you between rounds 1 and 2 still bleeding. Wait. Your guinea pig bit you between rounds 1 and 2 and you're still bleeding. Yeah, you should. You should probably like clean that out and bandage that up a bit.
Right now. There is this call. But
the two people bet on Blue 4.
Has a really strong defensive line around Terminal 1. I I think Op4 has this in the bag. They just have to hold for another 12 minutes.
I never
and they'll be
ended the
fine.
prediction because I'm a fucking idiot. Oh my
They still have
god.
a large majority of their force. The Southern
whatever.
Garrison is going to be able to hold against.
It's gonna be the same result either way.
Western Blue 4 approach as.
Has anyone
because
really
they
been
were
far
deployed
as
by the
decided to
choppers,
use
but
even go want to do look more
I
like?
think they'll be able to hold.
I know that
against
one.
the forces that come from the south, and then the northern force is going to easily be able to hold against the Huey. Not Huey.
God, Leroy is
Humvee
so
forces,
drunk.
Excuse me. That were deployed, including Scandi Recon. I could see Blue 4 trying to come in and snipe that third terminal, but I think it's going to be unlikely because with 12 minutes to go.
Ooh.
And
I'm sorry.
I did just see Blue
Yeah,
4 snipe
Bucket.
forces right there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, well, just a quick interjection. Buckets took a rocket to the face, and he is down, I think, for the count. He was also the medic, so that is rough here down the south side for Red 4 Charlie 2, but with just about 10 minutes and change left to go, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but with how thick of a nut Red 4 has built around here, I don't think Blue 4 is going to be able to crack it and get inside to the ooey gooey goodness of that terminal.
I mean, just look at the skulls on the roster here. We got Blue 4 with quite a big chunk of skulls, but Op 4 also with a big chunk of skulls on the side. I mean, it's still
Iander says Buckets is the closest you have, or he has to a rocket rival. So
Bitch,
that's
me,
him
not
laughing.
Buckets, but that's besides the point.
But you don't play.
Op 4, well, FNF, but in general I do. But regardless, Op 4, I could
so
still see
fucking
12
drunk.
minutes remaining. Blue 4 has a really big chunk of forces just on the northern side outside of Terminal 1, but the actual defensive line of Op 4 here is still pretty massive. So, Blue 4 delivering enfilading fire from the east and the northeast could still get in here. As the last, the Terminal 3 site is taken. I could see Op 4 holding for less than 10 minutes here because we're at 9.5 minutes in the round itself, but
Yeah, and most of that Czech group got obliterated by the northern group of 4AB and Scandi. So they've gotten some good ground. Yeah, like you said, the Terminal 3 has been taken. Charlie 2 now for Blue 4 making their way up. It's getting tighter and tighter, and that's the way we like it here, but it might be a bit too tight.
We have seen time and time again that Warlords has driven around to kind of scout out some of these fortified positions that Op 4 created, knowing that they're empty. It's going to be a matter of can Blue 4 capitalize on those positions, knowing that those positions are cleared, and that's going to be to Blue 4. If Warlord is able to clear that.
Ooh, Warlord's nice dodge. I was just wondering about that. You know, do they have any more AT left? But they used it and it missed. So we'll see if they're able to scavenge some more.
Otherwise, this is gonna
We
be
do it like
really,
once a month or
really
something.
Close. Because Op 4, they're on their last legs here, but 8 minutes remaining. And they still have a big chunk of forces that can hold. It's just going to be up to the PvP. This northern group right here of mainly 4 IV guys that are about to reach in with
Only
Scandi
5.
Recon. So we could honestly see them penetrate this position.
Yeah.
Their way with Warlords driving around and trying to draw the fire of Op 4. That could also potentially shoot out Op 4 to focus on the south.
Lever, check your mic, my guy. Oh my God! Something just got armored in the Red 4 base. Dude, oh God! The little bird just kamikaze the truck. That's not. Lever, your mic, my guy. It got a little bit too far away. You sound like you're in another room.
Yeah, sorry, man.
All good. But yeah, little bird crashed into the side zone.
And destroyed one of the transport cars.
What have a yellow
Easy
chain?
fucking round too, mind you, with everything that's gone on. Op 4 is whittled down into a small group within Terminal 1.
What have a okay, good. Yellow chain's
crazy
gone.
maneuvers that happen within
Sagittarius.
6.5 minutes, but
Sagittarius goes out. Legal action just on the other side of this H barrier survives unscathed. What the fuck is going on, man? I think Scandy got wiped out as well. Yeah, Scandy's just down to Danny, Falcon, and Yanni Finn.
Yep. By the way,
Rock-
it is Danny's birthday, by the way. Random fun fact.
Oh, nice. Yes, that was a kamikaze little bird. Yeah. It's pretty close. Also, Sparky, Liru is very drunk. I don't think with the 6 minutes left that Blue Force is gonna be able to get in. If they're able to get in and start the terminal, then overtime will be active. As long as the terminal is active, but they are all bandaging pretty heavily around the terminal.
So,
but that's a lot of people to get through.
Well, if they hack the terminal within the next 6 minutes and it goes into overtime, because the terminal is under an active hack, basically you just have 6 minutes here before Blue Fort can touch the mic. I could see it still happening, but Op4 is probably going to set up a really tight defensive. You already see that in the warehouse where this terminal
Kamikaze isn't really allowed, so we'll see what that happens with that. Absolutely. We do have over here this 1RW Stattenberger, not Stathenbay, but Stathenberger. He's actually got a great line of sight onto the terminal. He's taking down another one. I think actually two. Wow, he's taking down a couple, I think. Another satchel charge going off near the 4IB guys, as Red 4 X-Ray are kind of collapsing in from the north. Very interesting tactics.
I'm gonna be honest with you, this is playing out as much as you'd expect from an all eggs in one basket approach. Op4 is on their last legs here, but thankfully because of Blue Force,
Andy, did you just reply to yourself?
Play into the clock,
You replied to yourself.
Off of someone that pushed up on his own, but if Op4 is able to hold for another less than 5 minutes, they'll be able to hold, and I'm actually really happy today with how close both rounds have been.
God,
we're gonna see a bit of a steamroll in either way, because that's just statistically with how close these two rounds have been. We're probably gonna see a steamroll in the third round, because usually you always see a steamroll in one of the two matches.
4 minutes to go. I'm sorry to cut you off, but 4 minutes to go. We have 4IB stacking up and breaching into the warehouse. Lots of covering fire from multiple angles. Brooke somehow survives. Don't know how. Gets magged up, but he's still on his feet. Forge gets out of his Humvee.
Broken's really lucky that rounds were able to come out to knock out Brooke and Smith, but
Where's the combat engineer when you need one? Yeah, Juckers actually is a combat engineer. He's picked up a 249 saw, but he needs to pull the pin on a satchel charge and toss it in there. And he does have a Red 4 long range on his back as well.
Op4's down like 5 or 6 people.
I know, right? Like 3.5 minutes to go. There's a chance. Juckers on 3 kills, spraying down as he walks past. Going in the side door. Gets his 4th.
Little Bird has landed, by the way. Pilot got out, and they're trying to pick
But they
off
kept the engine on.
left, but in all honesty, Blue Fort needs to focus on the actual terminal. There is some sort of sever of communication between Blue Fort, because you still have people focusing outside of the terminal where the targets are.
From this,
Again, need to focus on the objectives, not the individual players here.
Luck be with you,
Op4
Iander.
might be able to capitalize on that.
From the south, we have Pads, Grums, and Olaf coming in. This is gonna go to overtime. I really think so. Yanni now stacking up. Mike is shooting from the riverside. Oh, Mike actually downs both Brooke and Smith. Yanni's the last one stacked up outside this warehouse. Gazak coming up now. It's his turn.
Mike might have just won this for Op4 because he was able to snipe out those two guys. Gazank trying to take out Technic there, but Technic and Kahlo still able to hold.
Gazak pre-firing. Doesn't pre-fire Tessic though. And he goes down to Tessic.
Unfortunate. Yanni now gonna breach to try to hold the position here.
And he actually gets it! He gets Tessic! And now all that's left is Kaluchevek.
This is close.
Oh, but Kaluchevek gets Yanni through 2 windows!
Going down.
There's no one near. There's no one up! Red 4 wins!
That's GG. That is GG right there.
Oh my
So
fucking
really,
god.
I'm drunk as fuck right now.
I know you are. Hey, before you say anything more, you think you're drunk? Andrew's so drunk he responded to himself in my chat and insulted himself. So you could always be more drunk. You okay, Lirio?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just, had to take a drink of water after finishing the Vikings blood bottle, but yeah, no. The only reason Op 4 won
Red 4
this
way
was
too close.
because
Absolutely.
Blue 4 played this way too overcautious. They dedicated their Little Bird helicopters to ferrying forces instead of doing actual recon, and that is why they deployed forces way far to the west instead of bringing them closer to the actual objectives themselves.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
I think if they were able to, if Blue 4 was able to mobilize their guys quicker, drop them off a lot closer to the objectives, and speed up that timetable that they made for themselves. With how close that it ended up, if Blue 4 didn't have the need to rush so quick towards the end, they really could have won so easily.
Real quick, I just realized Blue 4 doesn't have anyone up. Everyone's down.
Yeah, there's also people alive, but just
it.
down.
Fucking GG. Holy
Yeah.
fucking shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Fred has stolen the Little Bird for himself. He's going on a joyride over to Blue 4 base to go and piss on their grave.
He's stolen the fucking Little Bird, man. Holy fucking shit. But Blue 4, they played it cautious because they thought Op 4 was going to deploy evenly among those 3 AOs. There is the victory when Op 4 wins, and that is round 2 done with. So...
Lero, I wish to be as drunk as you are, so I'm going to do something dumb. Are you ready?
Barb, yes. When I move into the
No,
townhouse,
no. Yes, but no. I'm saying I'm gonna drink the rest of my Vikings blood as well, since I cannot be one-upped. I am going to go full screen webcam.
I'm out of Vikings blood right
I
now.
know. That's what I'm saying. You finished. You got ahead of me. I can't stand that. So I'm gonna. I know, dude. I know. I'm gonna get there right with you. Come watch my stream. I'm gonna chug about the last like 2/3 of this bottle in one go. So come watch me on my stream. All right, you ready? Here we go. That is all of it. It was actually less than I thought, because that bottle's pretty heavy actually, but that's all of it. I still have about a glass left, but I'm gonna sip on that for the next round. But holy shit, I'm right there with you, buddy. Don't worry, we're gonna get to Cowboys. We're gonna.
Bro, I'm gonna go AFK 1 sec. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, buddy. I'm gonna hop back down to the operations room.
Patreon. Let's go push the Patreon, guys. Even if it's just £1 a month, it makes the difference. At the minute, we are below the cap we need to hit, and if it does carry on like that, the NA event is the lead event of the two. It has been here for the longest. We are still new. If we need to shut down one of the servers, it will be the EU one, and we'll have to use the NA one with a ton of latency, and no one will have any fun. So if we do have £1 a month to spare, please put it in the Patreon. It is greatly appreciated, and it does all go to a pool to keep our servers.
Contractor, I wear a suit every Friday, man. This is a casting job. I take this shit seriously, my guy. I'll be casual in others using
thank
stuff,
you to everyone
but
who is donating. It is greatly appreciated. There are more
suit and tie. I even tucked in my balaclava into my collar. Look at that.
As a thank you for your
And I got a
ongoing
nice tie
help.
here. Nice pattern on it.
Okay, let's get our numbers. That should have given you all plenty of time to count up.
Plenty of
4IB,
time.
how many have you got?
I'm just kidding. I'm prepared. 14.
Good man. UPSC?
Oh shit! This is the one he was talking about. Is this still Blue 4 attacking just for casters' purposes.
Upwards.
I think it is.
It's a ratio. Left to left, right to right.
Well, Upsy has 13.
Man just bought some time to count his numbers.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, UPS8.
It says that.
Hello?
Okay, no, I think Op 4 is
The
defend.
two
Op 4 is
guys
attacking.
who were told during the start of this event that they would be
This is a
playing
professional
against
job.
each other, can you both slot into the leadership
Exactly.
slots? Only the two guys
Steve,
who
we
were
will see.
specifically told to.
With how heavy he was slurring his words, I don't know if he's gonna make it to
Zeus,
this
have
next
you
round.
Yeah, I think just to clarify, up for is the attack.
I really don't know if he's gonna make it to
Roger,
this next
thank you.
round, honestly.
Zeus has 14.
Which is fine. I mean, the guy's
sorry, I
celebrating.
was
Let him
distracted. Red
celebrate.
stripe?
I do not hold it against him one bit. Let the man celebrate. He needs to celebrate something in his life. You know what I mean?
All W.
So just you know, make it a bet. Oh yeah. Speaking of which,
TSB.
we need to finish this out. And there's a red for victory. So y'all just lost points. Pog.
AA.
And then we'll make another one. I
think we're
using that same one.
FK.
Red for victory. Let's make it 30 minutes and start it now.
29. Myrmidon.
5.
PLH.
4.
Scandi.
Still 9 plus Nemesis.
Okay, right. Let's get 4IB Op 4, UPSC Blue 4. Zeus Op 4, Red Strike Blue 4.
Lear finally got the
funny about
100,000
that?
subs on YouTube. He got up there, man. He finally
Let's
got it. He gets
get
his silver
one
plaque in the
IW
mail, and he gets. I don't know if he's gonna get the check mark, but he should get it soon.
Let's get
Nemesis is
Scandi
Scandi,
Op 4.
yes.
Scandi have been attacking all evening.
Yes, exactly. Big
Let's
whoop.
get
He's been
Scandi
day
Blue
drinking
4.
ever since he found out.
We've been brutal. Okay.
Let's get AA Op 4.
Jansen, can we have Charlie?
FK Op 4.
Sure thing.
Nas, can you step up?
Medic twice in a row.
Nafs, if you want a squad lead, I can team lead. Someone else can take medic.
I did it already.
Can you team lead?
Well,
Okay, for
That's
America.
debatable.
Actually, this is technically
Let's
a
get
Bosnian thing. Let
TSB
me.
Op 4. Tau Blue 4. Let's watch these numbers settle, and then let's do some maths. Yeah, whoever's eating crisps, you've been doing it all night. Stop it. You're not burning enough calories for excitement. 29 Op 4. Myrmidon Op 4.
We have attacked tonight.
Myrmidon Blue 4, PLH Op 4. Let's see how those numbers settle us and see how we're looking. It's looking like it's probably going to be a Centaur Op 4, but let's wait and see. Okay, everyone make sure you're nice and slotted up. We're going to go through and assume all grey players are centre. Staff jump on Op 4. And then we will from there. Vagrant Op 4. Rapper Beat Op 4. Navy Op 4.
Sparky, if you
Mackerel
think
Rogue,
I'm familiar
Blue
with
4,
the
Logi Cheese.
nuances
Blue
and the
4.
minutia of the Armor
Liru,
3
are you
canon,
playing, or are you on Voicey Voice?
Liru's drunk as fuck. If he's not in spectator, then admin, please move him to spectator.
Roger that.
King, op 4. Indigo, op 4.
Quick question: does anybody want to PL op 4? Because otherwise, I'll take it again.
Before we push in, by the way, I do have an announcement to make when that happens. But just give me 30 seconds before we push in.
Who is that?
Barb.
Barbarian.
Oh, okay. Collins, op 4. Buckets,
Yeah,
op 4.
is Leo fucking dead? Wait, what the fuck is the Kinsley scale?
There's lots of grayed out people. Let's
Oh,
get some
God.
big peeps. We'll make sure we get this right. Everyone who's still in the slot should basically be going op 4.
Sure, dude. But if it works for you, it works for me, Sparky. Like, I think my
Well
op
done,
should
right.
fit in with
Side
CSAT
chat
cannon, but
cleaner.
it's gonna be a
I
bit.
think I've not been
I
able
never
to observe
consider
it 'cause I'm
CSAT
busy
cannon,
doing this,
like,
but
or
it
CSAT
feels like
armored
there's been
cannon.
less rude stuff
But
going
whatever.
on in there, so well done everybody. That's good to see. Barbarian, before I do my announcements, go ahead, buddy.
Everyone, I would ask you to kindly please give Lance Corporal Leroy a round of applause because as of this morning, February 5th, 2021, he has reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So please give him a round of applause.
Nice. Attaboy, Leroy.
I
like how everyone,
the people with priority.
I know, right? The
I was gonna
priority
say,
speaker is
yeah.
drowning out all the applause.
Congratulations, Leroy. I like to think that FNF is what has really given you your true success.
No, it was gaming the system with polls and gaming the algorithm. FNF was a part of it, though.
Fantastic.
That I'm drunk as fuck right now, celebrating 100k subs. I just went to the bathroom and cleaned it. I don't know why I got drunk and decided to clean the bathroom, but
You cleaned the bath? What the fuck?
Attaboy.
That's right. Break. This, yeah. No, well done. Congratulations, buddy.
Second announcement. Sorry, this is just a quick addendum. The next unboxing video that I edit will be a face reveal, whether he wants it or not. So please keep an eye out for that.
Someone kick him, please.
Lovely. Right. Both of you go back to your quiet place. GR4V.
No, please.
Op4,
I don't want to go back to the basement.
Up to you, either op 4 or blue.
Plunger shenanigans.
But just get it.
Boo!
done.
I mean, yay. Two else though
Hodson,
haven't to know her. Ooh.
You have
okay.
a minute. Sort out you guys.
Okay, so I need a platoon 2 leader, if anyone's willing. Okay, thank you, Navy.
Quick question.
Then,
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Do I have to stick to the squad layout, or can I take a different role that's not in that squad and then join up in op?
Fingers crossed for you, Tarnfalk.
So say like
If you want to put them through a basic basic
That's not
training
really
course,
done.
I'd be happy to help out
Fred.
Tarnfalk. Let me know.
Dusty.
And I
have a
can
minute,
just
so
do like just fuck around with an arsenal and a Zeus. Like I can help show them ropes. I did that to someone this past week
rather
who had
not.
just this year
Not very
bought a
good.
computer and went and bought Arma and is now playing Arma. And I showed
It's a
him
good
like
time
all
to
the
learn.
things that you can do with the
Yeah.
mod sets and
Chief, if
mods
you
and all
want
that kind of
it,
thing.
you can.
Never done Arma before. I think they both got the game today. Yeah, just let me know. Let me know.
could I
I'd be happy to help
get
out.
someone
AT,
from Charlie, I
explosives,
think,
Ace
to put in?
Medical, you name it. I'd be there to help out, man.
And I need a first platoon lead. Sen, if you want to take it, it's yours.
I'd rather not.
Sideways, do you want to take... Ah, okay, I got the first platoon.
Trying to point the guns down range, you can walk through this easily enough. Yeah, but there's some systems that like are interesting. Are very like if they get Arma, then they're
looks
probably gun nerds to some degree. So I would say like just putting them out with an arsenal,
I think we're good.
Fantastic.
spawning
Let's,
shit,
push
and just
through to
yeah,
our
letting
briefing.
them shoot stuff, try out these guns, let them get the feeling for it. I think that'd be a great way to start out for them. There you go. Yeah, it was showing for a while, Sev, but I guess it wasn't showing for you. For our TSB training? Sparky. Yeah, Sparky knows firsthand. Never underestimate how badly the players can fuck up. This man gave us Firewheel jets, F-14s, F-18s, like the most in-depth like carrier stuff that like you could ask for, and we fucked
What
it
else I'd
up
like to
so
say as we
hard.
get into round 3,
We burned
in the Discord
a couple
Friday Night Fight
$100
Journal
million
chat, I
worth of
posted,
military equipment
staff take
and a
1,
single op.
alcohol while playing. Please give it a read when able.
They're doing FNF for their first experience in Arma? Oh, Lord. Okay, so that actually... Honestly, that narrows it down. That makes it simpler than otherwise.
Yeah, pretty easy setup. 3 caches to destroy. Yeah. Hopfer gets 1 HT-48, which is an MI-8, just fancier, and a BTR-80. And Bluefor gets a dishcam and a bit of transportation.
Blue for leadership, do you have any questions?
Okay, yeah, throw him in the deep end, but take him to the fucking Camino firing range at least. Stratus,
This is
Camino
not a
firing
normal,
range, at
weapon
least, just
setup.
something.
More like a red on
Please,
red.
otherwise they're never gonna want to play the fucking game again in their life.
Fantastic. Thank you everybody so much for coming out tonight. It's great to see numbers so strong all the way
Who
through.
should I bet on? 4AB is on red 4. Defensors on red 4. Go for red 4. My official vote is for red 4.
For the future. We look
Fair
forward to
enough,
seeing you all
Tarnfog,
again
that's fair
next
enough.
week. CLs, look forward to seeing you in a meeting afterwards. We'll have a 5-minute break and then we'll dive in there, but look into the CL chat and Discord for that to be confirmed.
So you're like an 11 on the 1 to 10 scale right now, aren't you?
Oh, definitely, Barb. Hey, I was thanking Auntie for all of her work within TSB right now.
Absolutely. I saw her send that message in your chat. Absolutely. Auntie is the cornerstone of TSB as it stands.
Definitely, right? So I'm like super fucking wasted at this point. I've been celebrating too hard for 100K. I'll sober up by the whatchamacallit, the EU, NA rounds. Blue 4 is defending the 3 objectives on Bystera, which means this is around the Northwest Airfield area here, except it is not, I'm a liar. This is around Cherno and Electro rounds themselves.
So I'm
myself
going to
too
interrupt
hard.
you. No. You are absolutely fine. I thought it was also going to be around that Northwestern Airfield, so don't feel too bad. However, I have a cheat sheet, which I will link to you in the Discord really quick.
Bro, I'm not gonna check that.
Or not Discord, the fucking TeamSpeak. This is from the mission maker himself. This is a bit of a continuation of that 3-way neutral sector fight. This is themed after the Bosnian War, so Red 4 and Blue 4 are not strictly Russia and US. They are different sections in the... Oh my fucking god.
That does explain why in the custom compositions, let's see, what site is this? This is one of the 3
Why is there a
terminal sites that
minaret in
defending.
Chernobyl?
Yeah, exactly. The minaret is a custom defensible area that Blue 4 is going to get to help overwatch one of the 3 terminal sites. That's just dealer's choice of the mission developer, but I do like how they have developed a few things. But Barb, if you don't mind, I want to give a quick shout out to Auntie. Without Auntie, we would be unable to host
We'd be
operations
cavemen.
within TSB. She's one of the managers of the server network itself, and I do my best in where Havoc Hosting, which is our main host provider for TSB, their affiliate program, and they would normally pay me out for everyone who I advertise servers to pick servers through my affiliate link. That money goes directly to Auntie because she is a boomer. But I try to make sure that she is taken care of with that money. So Auntie, I hope you're doing okay. It's always a pleasure to see you. I know I've been seeing you less and less. I'm drunk as shit right now, by the way. But
Auntie, I hope you're doing well. I hope you get a kick out of this, and I hope you keep enjoying the ops.
Exactly, Barbarian. I hope we see Auntie a little more often. But Auntie, I hope everything's doing okay for you. I know
Help me.
You're very old.
Lear was
but
very
I
fucking
hope
drunk.
to see you in some of the operations going forward.
Why would you say that?
Well, it's true. I never
it's
like
true.
to believe from the truth. I know I'm rude. I'm horrible, but Gee shucks, she's messing with me in my own chat, but I hope she's doing okay. Cause Auntie, without her, we wouldn't know about TSB. We wouldn't have deployed within TSB. We would have deployed within our own group, and we owe a lot to her. So I really do hope she's doing okay.
Ems is in my chat now. I told Ems about you and how drunk you are, and Ems said, "I'm not much better." So, oh lord,
Not
it's
surprised,
one
it's
of
a
those
Friday
nights.
night. We all got a party, but this is the third round of EU of Friday
Oh
night
hey,
fights.
I have a feeling you and I are gonna party after this.
Shut the fuck up, barbarian! You silly boomer. You're not even a boomer.
What the fuck? I'm not even a boomer. You
Shut
call
the
me a
fuck
bottom all you want, but don't call me a boomer. Jesus Christ.
I might have to stop the stream early because I'm way too drunk for this. I
Do
didn't
it.
mean to drink an entire bottle.
Do
of
what you need to
mead,
do, but I'm with
oh
you,
my
man. Now, I can be a mother hen if I want to. I will mother hen you as long as I fucking breathe. So do not quit out on me. I will guide you. I will wrap my arms around you and point you in the right direction.
Shut up. Blah. Anyway, my point is, thank you so much, Auntie, for all of the work you've done in managing everything within TSB. And let's roll this back into FNF. How has it already been 4 minutes out of the fucking
I don't
15
know.
minutes of safe start? Fuck's
Also,
sake.
contractor wants me to tell you that he is the boomer, which is also true.
Look, it doesn't matter. We're just having fun here.
Absolutely.
Right? I normally don't get this fucking drunk, but again, we're celebrating 100K.
Celebrating
subs on
100,000
YouTube.
subs. I hope you appreciated the everyone clapping and the priority speakers drowning out all the applause for you.
Oh my god. Anyway, what does Blue 4 have?
Blue 4 has AKMSs, AKM 762 by 39 AKMs. They have PKMs, they have Iglas, they are the Bosnian, they also have MG42s, holy shit. This op is modeled after the Bosnian War, and if I consult my cheat sheet real quick, Blue 4 is Bosnia, wearing Altus Lizard, M899 Woodland, using AKMSs, M14s, PKMs, and MG42s. They also have TT33s and Laws Iglas, and are the Bosnian Defense Force. Red 4 is going to be Serbia, using Oakleaf Summer M93, Woodland Camo as well, and Oakleaf helmets, using M70B3 and AKs, pretty much just a licensed production of AKs, SVD for their marksman rifle, and then M84s, which are a licensed PKM, for their machine guns. In addition, they are using M80s and RPG-7s. They have a BTR-80, an HT-48, which is, I believe, an MI-8, and then a bunch of trucks for them. Blue 4 also has a dishcam static for them to use to defend with, but holy shit, this is Bosnia War, the prequel, according to the mission maker.
So, 3 caches up for grabs here. We'll see how Blue 4 sets up their defense. Will it be something similar to how Op 4 defended the previous AO? It's anyone's guess.
Yeah, and he's worse than you. Absolutely.
Excuse me, a town.
Fancy MI8. Gotcha.
And then even further to the north, a little military alcove up for grabs. But it looks like Blue 4 has already set up some defensive lines against that northern grab. But I think they're going to be defending multiple positions here, since we already see Alpha 1 for Blue 4 going up to the castle here. And Delta 2 setting up defensive lines on that northern position. I think it's interesting how we also do have a minefield here.
I just saw that myself. No, I'm with you. I just saw that myself. There's another minefield. We saw that last week with one of the missions that had 2 minefields. Now we have 1. That's kind of irrelevant as far as positioning, don't you think? Like, yeah, it's just to the east of that middle objective, but like...
It just denies Op 4 the ability to dismount right around that minefield position and come into the central and northern objective. So it forces Op 4 to come from the southern objective themselves, deploying at Hill 314 and crossing in from the southern side, or Op 4 deploying from hill. There's actually no hill marker there. 314 or around this forested area, and then cross in, hitting from the north. So I can see why that minefield was created, but it still denies that aspect from Op4 to advance, limiting them to the northern or southern objectives here, and allows Blue 4 to set up a little bit more of a staging site, depending on where Op4 decides to go.
Yeah, with with Op4 getting an MI8 or an MI17 technically, but with Arma's restrictions, we do have an MI8 to stand in for it, and a BTR 80. I think they have a decent amount of assets to utilize for this attack, but like you're saying, with bringing parallels to the last round, we'll see how well they utilize what they're given to assault this very hilly region. With Ruha is very much Ruha has its own hills, but Chernoris and Bukovina or Bistrica, I think it's Bistrica actually. They both start with B's. I mean, as a person with a B in their name, I hate B's, but Bistrica it's pretty much just a cordoned off section of Chernoris as a whole. But it is a very hilly region, lots of forest, lots of big sweeping hills. There's a lot of potential for movements, counter movements, flanks, counter flanks. There's a lot that could happen between all these big curvaceous hills. Yes.
It's the third round. No one
You're
gives
right.
a shit in the third round, alright?
You're-
It's gonna be balls to the wall. Op4 is gonna take the fucking southern cache first, and they're gonna steamroll up from south to north. But will Blue 4 be able to hold from those positions is anyone's guess, since they are dividing their positions here. And this is what happens when I drink an entire bottle of Vikings blood. I'm drunk.
Don't worry, baby. I'm here for you.
Alright, so cover me when I'm drunk here, but I don't think that
Absolutely.
is going to be any potential issue for Op4, because Op4
Me neither.
is just going to steamroll from south to north, but it is entirely up to
It's
Op4
getting
to
really
make that call, because
worse.
I honestly don't know what assets either side has here.
I've
Op4
never
does have
heard
a
him this
PCR
drunk
Alpha
before.
and an MI8,
I've heard
which
him
is
drunk. I haven't heard him
completely
fucking
unarmed here. We're not seeing
wasted.
any bipods off to the south. That's actually really good, because I'm going to be honest with you. When's the last time that a helicopter with a coax on the side was any sort of effectiveness on the defending faction?
There
I will
was a
actually
time.
name that for you.
There was a time a
Lag
couple months ago.
Isola.
Yeah,
The
Lagi
first
Sola.
time we saw that map,
Absolutely.
It was Pierce. No, it wasn't Pierce. It was two people. I want to say Staten Bay, but I don't think that's correct. It was two people that was really effective on that helicopter, were able to get a few snipe kills from that helicopter at range, but that's really, really hard to do.
Later, Captain Contractor.
I think Op4,
Take care, buddy.
We're just going to see a south to northern push, and if Blue 4 divides
I'm
their
with you,
forces
Boom. If he
as
just doesn't
effectively as we
respond to
see
me,
here,
I'm gonna raid my own
I
channel.
think Op4 is just
On
gonna be
his
able to
channel, since I'm a
completely
mod, I can
overpower
write my own
these
channel.
objectives themselves, but we'll
mhm.
just have to see how things go.
Absolutely. They do have the mobility Red 4 does between the MI8 and the trucks supported by that BTR. I could easily see some kind of, I mean, you predicted it yourself, a bit of a bum rush play, steamrolling these objectives. I think the southern one is going to be a lot tougher to... excuse me, I'm also drunk. But
yeah,
I think the southern one's going to be harder to quote-unquote bum rush and steamroll because of its position up on top of the hill with the castle, castle doctrine. Here in America, we shoot any intruders. But I think the middle objective, that town with the minaret, as well as I think also the town to the outpost, the little camping site to the north, I think those will be fairly easily curb stomped by a rushing or Red 4 force. Again, this is a search and destroy mission, so the defending side knows exactly where the caches are, but the the attacking force only has a rough area to attack in, so they have an area to search before they find the cache and get the proper asset in to blow it up.
It could go either way here, but
I'm gonna keep him
I
talking
could
as long
see
as he
Op4
can.
doing a steamroll from south to north. Blue 4 has their forces split 50-50 in case Op4 decides to try to mount a counteroffensive to the north here with their aircraft, but I think this is going to be a pretty dry round in my honest opinion, but still could go either way.
I think it's gonna come down mainly to that southern cache, the castle, because that's the closest cache to Red 4. That might be the first one they attack. So if they're able to take that, then they should be able to take Vizhnoye, which is the town in the center. But with how heavily they're reinforcing the little outpost to the north, I could see them running out of steam by that point with how wide and how thick they're making that defensive line up there.
I don't know. It's again gonna fall.
He talks, he can't
to
drink.
the
Exactly.
PvP within
Exactly,
the
Jens.
AOs itself, but we're only gonna see that when the round ends and forces start.
Exactly, Boom. I'm with you. I'm with you. No, I agree. They do have a majority of Blue Force forces. They actually have a lot of them stationed out down south, and they're rushing out a little bit, but a minute too early, so they're being teleported back. Who is this that keeps running out? It's fucking Woonap, who I've literally never seen before in my fucking life, just running forward, being teleported back, and continuing to run forward. So,
That's all right. I mean, they're just trying to get that early mover advantage. But we
Oh,
got 40
absolutely.
seconds till the round ends.
This is about
for
a
safe
squad or
start, and they'll
so
start
trying to go out,
deploying.
yeah. So now we just wait for another minute. We got a bunch of people up here on the top of the castle to the south. They're really leaving this middle point unopposed because, I mean, it's pretty exposed, honestly. Mission starting. Lots of groups actually heading out west, so they will be attacking that southern castle first, but there's going to be a fight in the forest before they even get there. Helicopter going in. I don't know how many people they have in it. Let me see. G-Lex is flying again. Oh god, oh fuck. It actually doesn't have any guns on it, so he's just going to be running interference. Liru, your thoughts?
Honestly, I like how Blue 4 is sending forces down south immediately from the southern terminal site.
I really
They're
gotta
gonna
mother
try
hen
to
him.
catch Op 4 forces out of position
In the defense
if
of the
they decide to
Rogina
stay
Incorporated.
among
Thank you very much for the follow.
forested areas without the opening spots. For example, 314, you see that nice little opening spot between this forested site and the other forested site to get up to where Blue 4 is. So Blue 4 is trying to play a proactive defense, but they might be able to catch a few Op 4 guys out of position here because they're only 4-man strong. But I think Op 4 is going to be able to maneuver forces past that location.
I hate to interrupt you, but that main Red 4 force just completely passed by a stark white UN UAZ. We now have Charlie 1 for Red 4, kind of slowing down, but Blue 4 has already gotten out of it and gone prone. So they're just driving past it. 3 trucks have driven past this white UN UAZ as, oh my god, the tracers!
Yeah, it's getting pretty hectic down there already. First contact being very, very early. But this does leave room for this BTR-80 to come around and potentially take the southern site, because Blue 4 splitting their forces 50-50 here, going for the southern and northern caches. As an Op 4 truck is also coming around the northern side. That is X-Ray driving right next to Echo 1 for Blue 4. But this could really go either way. It's just going to happen. It's going to be relying on the PvP that happens here.
Yeah, baby. Hey, that player versus player, you know how that works. The kind of hand-to-hand combat. Oof. Hey, boy. How you doing, chap? You enjoying this? Because I'm enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying this too. Meanwhile, Platoon 1 HQ way down to the south. Redford bypass him completely. Look at this giant red mass of units on the western side of the map border. Coming in southwest of the southern objective. Whew. Between that and the other group, oh my god.
Blue 4 here because those
Oh!
We just saw Rocket come up and take out the MI8. It is going down.
Yep, engine. That's the engine that got hit. Usually it's a tail rotor, but in this case, it's the end. And it's the engine entirely. So G-Legs popping more flares, trying to wave up a second missile attack as he tries to kill his speed. But no, that's too hot. That's too hot. That's too hot. He hits his wheels. The wheels. He's gliding. He's gliding on the ground. Oh my god, he's flying. He lands it. He lands it. He fucking lands it. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how. Liru, listen to me slapping my thighs. I don't know how.
I mean,
But he lands it.
Some really good pilots within Friday Night Fights that are able to land maneuvers like that. But regardless, Op4 is trying to encroach on the southern cache site, but they are meeting with stern resistance. They still outnumber the Blue 4 defensive force on Hill 363, but we have a massive line of Op 4
I have no.
forces
Well, it would have been
coming
the
up,
Igloo launcher.
that are intending to encroach on the actual site itself. I could see Op 4 encroaching here and taking the 3 objectives, but at the
That would've
same
been-
time, Blue
no,
4
not
has
buckets.
a good amount of forces set
Prod?
around to
No.
flank Op 4's forces, so it's really
From
going
JS?
to
No.
rely on the PvP that happens down here.
I'm trying to find the person who actually had the Igla. I've looked for Charlie too, but they don't. They seem to have merged their group somewhat, so I'm not sure who that was who actually was able to get it off. But either way, that does cripple Red 4. Wait, shit, I was looking at Red 4. It was the
course you
attacking
were.
side. Shut the fuck up. It was. God damn it! It was Falcon. Of course it was. So Falcon gets a helicopter kill. But G-Legs was able to land it.
I don't know. Op 4, they have a 2-to-3 ratio here, so 2/3 of their forces over on the
how am I
western side,
cheating?
1/3 on the eastern, but that 1/3
Mikey,
is
what the
doing
fuck
a
do
really
you
good
mean?
job
I'm
overpowering the
shoutcasting.
Blue 4 garrison.
I am
elements that are
shoutcasting.
here on the
I am
southern side, so it's gonna give them a
commentating, my guy.
free
I'm not
early
cheating
kills
on
here
anything.
as they approach on the southern cache site. Blue 4 is clearly going for a time play where they can try to
Mhm.
stall out Op 4 before they can reach the third objective.
Mm-hmm.
And by then, they will reach the northern objective. By then, time will be of an issue here, forcing Op 4 to rush, and Blue 4 will be in a good defensive play. But Op 4's done a really good job of circumventing Blue 4 forces to get up to the southernmost objective. But it's still going to take a little bit of effort here because we still have a big chunk of defenders of
Big
Vizon
chunkus.
Castle that are defending against Blue 4's Alpha squad push from the south and south.
We actually have, on the far western border of the map, we have Dusty, who is the command element. He's the commander. I mean, all of this group that's to his south-southeast, they're heading up to the cache, but if he were to be found out and eliminated, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, so on the map it says that he is X-Ray, but on the roster it says that he is commander overall. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is, but
I mean, Blue 4 though, we do have Infidel and Nafs.
this is
down
commentary.
on
Yes,
Blue
me
4's
and
side,
Leroy are
holding
commentating.
the, southeastern side of
It's
the
okay,
actual
Sparky.
cache
Some
site at Zub, so
some people can't
this
read.
could go either way. I could see Blue 4 utilizing that southern element with Platoon 1 HQ to bottleneck and stall Op 4's forces before they can touch the first cache site to the south at cache site number 3. Or I could see Op 4 overpowering the defensive garrison and bottlenecking through to the other 2 cache sites. But really, these next 10 minutes are going to decide who wins this operation. Is it going to be Op 4 overpowering the southern cache site? Or is it going to be Blue 4 somehow managing to defend from that southern cache site to prevent Op4 from pushing up, and that is where the excitement of this operation is going to be. Go ahead.
Absolutely, and I also think the excitement also extends to you passing out at the end of the op or not. But I do absolutely agree with you. If Blue 4 is even able to put a dent into this Red 4 assault and to hold them at bay, we're seeing Alpha and the rest of Command start to withdraw and head back towards that northern objective. Now, having that staggered retreat. But how, depending on the damage that Blue 4 is able to do on this Red 4 assault, we could easily see this being a bit of a fumble for Red 4, depending on how well they do this. I'm seeing a lot of crosses and skulls for Blue 4, especially around the forest outside of this castle perimeter. But they are holding their own pretty well. We do have now Andreas, man, inside, tossing nades over the barricades and the walls of the castle itself. Not really being that effective, but just adding to that confusion and chaos for the entire match.
If Op4 is able to get forces up here to start throwing grenades and at least put some disbongulation on Blue 4's line here, I could see Op4 overpowering this one objective. Even though Falcon's done a really good job within AA parameters, because he's
absolutely
specialist within Charlie 2 to
absolutely
try to wave off that one force. But I'm going to be honest with you, Barb. I think the operation is going to be called based off of what happens within this first AO. If Blue 4 is able to hold for another 5 to 10 minutes, I think Op4 is going to have a really big
Sparky's right. Self-harm or like promoting something like that. So drinking games, not so much. But I can still drink a dumb bullshit.
And steamroll this southern AO, I think Blue 4 is not going to have a chance here.
Yeah, as Yasuhu was saying, by the way, Leroy, I think you need to check your mic again really quick, but I do absolutely agree with you. This first AO is going to be the deciding factor of this match. And it looks like Red 4 is actually doing really well. We're seeing Foxtrot 2 over to the east, starting to break off and head on to the next objective as the Charlie Bravo Platoon 1 HQ, they start to encircle it on the western side. I think that Red 4 really has the advantage here. We're seeing now on the perimeter. Oh, great trade. I didn't even know who that was because the mission maker fucked up and didn't see name tags, the fucking idiot, goddamn bastard. Like,
be nice.
I know. We only get these missions because of the community, but I think that was Scandy. Scandy here on the exterior. Yanni, Nimia actually wakes back up with that MG42. I didn't realize Scandy was holding here. Scandy is holding this castle. So this could be very costly for Red 4 if Scandy plays to their usual benefits. Falcon is now on top of that big tower being suppressed by Golf to the east. As X-Ray for Blue 4 is now coming down the road in a white UAZ. And is now being targeted by that BTR.
This could still go either way for the friendly faction of Blue 4.
So that's to Yasuhiro. No problem, sure. Hey, I will say though, the fact that there are some missions where we can see individual player names and some missions we can't. Fuck the ones that we can't. But I do appreciate the effort that you put behind this mission. Do not let me detract away from that.
As well as a few Blue 4 on the ground itself. For example, Coda kills, trying his best to hold with a PKM, but it might not be enough here as the southern cache is about to be taken.
Yeah, I agree. Op4, through sheer force of numbers, forcing their way inside and just able to destroy that. Yep, now we have T5 Bay with an MG42 just mag dumping that cache at 1200 RPM. And there it goes. So that's the southern cache taken care of. Middle cache is not very well defended. Oh,
tower goes off as Op4 is
firing. Ooh, I'm seeing some crosses because of that. Very nicely done. I'm seeing a few people down just because of that. I don't even know who's dead, but just the people who are down because of that. Holy shit. And even on the western side, Coda on 4 kills with the PKM.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
not
Mikey,
looking
Arma is a
good
very resource-intensive game.
for the attacking faction because the Op4 is stalling.
I mean, I also have my view distance kind of pretty low, but yeah.
The southernmost
Arma is
side,
a
but
very
still has a
unoptimized
big
game, but
number
it's
of
very
forces to
fun.
hold that northernmost cache. We might see this go out for time here, but
Very possible. Very, 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 very possible. I don't know. Now we have that BTR going on the eastern side, coming in on that minefield. I'm actually going to watch the minefield, see if it runs. Nope, it's going east of the minefield. They are using their noggins. I love to see that. But there's already some discord around that northern cache with the Blue 4 extra group and some additional supplementing Red 4 forces just causing some contact. Wait, is as is Platoon 2 HQ. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on all across this AO, so we'll see how this unfolds. Have you seen the tractor? No, where's the tractor? Mikey! No, okay. Mikey is now in your chat. He's in my chat as well. He's calling us both cheaters.
why are we both cheaters?
I don't know. I guess because we're spectating the fight? No, we're commenting. Then he's saying your graphics are better than mine. He's calling me the other cheater.
That makes sense. I mean, I am the one with the bigger following, but otherwise.
But your PC is shittier than mine. What the fuck are you on?
Here, as they're holding from Op4, we still have another 40 minutes in this round. Op4 BTR 80 Alpha trying to pull around. That is crewed by Olaf and somebody else within Gamma as they're trying to strike Blue 4 forces coming into this one objective here. And we do have a single Op4 defender holding from the northern side of Blue 4. But this could be nasty if Op4 is able to get this one guy in and initiate the hack. But Blue 4 appears to be
It's a cache defense room. It's caches, not terminals.
Is it caches, not terminals? You are right. I do see a cache. So that's going to be up to the one guy with an Op4 G-Legs here, finding a way to demo that northern cache to gain that advantage. But again, Op4 is just so intermingled with Blue 4 forces here. It's really hard to tell who is going to get the advantage in this operation. But I do see a lack of players here for this 124-person PvP. So a lot of people have died, but we've both been too drunk to notice.
I know.
So, Stratacone, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I know he is a staff within FNF. He is technically behind enemy lines here because, let's be honest, Blue 4 and Op4 seem pretty even within the numbers here. Op4 double tapping some members of Blue 4 here.
I know, okay.
But, hot damn. Op4 is going to be able to take the southernmost objective site, but again, numbers seeming pretty even. This is going to be really hard for Op4 to try to get to the other two objective sites themselves. So we're waiting to see if Op4 can initiate the hack on the southernmost objective site. According to the AO here, they've actually already been able to do that and execute. So it's going to be up to the central group to move in and initiate the hack on this small little town here.
My sister just came into my room with my niece and was saying, "You're really loud," and I'm confused.
Mom, are you okay?
No.
Is your sister hot?
Shut the fuck.
What about your niece? Is she hot?
My
This is what
niece is
happened.
2 years old.
That's
Not even-
inappropriate. Anyway, Blue 4 is mounting up a defense on the northern side as Op 4
Ugh.
tries to push around in the central objective right here. They're eventually going to find the cache, but what is our time limit right here? We still have
I gotta
30
text you real
minutes to
quick.
go. So I could see Op 4 formulating and going up to the northern side. Op 4 still has a BTR 80 to work with here. And they have a single guy within the defense lines here, but it's still neck and neck for this round.
I gotta text you real quick.
Alright, so we're waiting on Op 4 to catch the central cache here. Southern cache has already been taken out, but if Op 4 doesn't re-rally their forces and sends the middle group to go up to the northern group, they could do a 1-to-1 ratio. Blue 4 could potentially win that. And then it's up to Op 4 to move up here. But I think the advantage here is leaning to Op 4.
Red 4. I think so too.
You're drunk too, aren't you? Isn't it fun to be drunk?
No, because my sister, who doesn't even live here, came into my room with my niece, and I'm just confused now. I saw a text from my mom saying that they're coming over because my niece was like listing all the people who lived here and being all cute and like a little toddler, and now they're coming over. And now,
Barb, calm down. It's okay.
No!
It only matters if she's hot. All right? So Op 4 remounting on the southern objective here. There's still a few Blue 4 stragglers, Stanners, and Burt. Stanners, I'm going to be honest here. He's like my third pick for top like 10 players of FNF. We have a machine gunner firing down. He is mag dumping that cache site there because they don't know if they have a demo specialist around in the AO. I don't actually see a demo specialist for Op 4.
Sparky, you
So
should
they're
be
just trying to
worried.
knock out that cache, but this is going to go either way here on the northern side.
Okay.
You could see, still see something with BTR here. Hey, it's still neck and neck for this round. I'd say Blue 4 has a slight advantage. They do have a few vehicles driving around trying to see where the rest of Op 4 is for this third round, but that is just X-Ray, which is meant to recon group in the first place. But Op 4 still trying to lick their wounds here. They're still waiting for orders, and we still have a Blue 4 member of the command element coming around. He is scoped up, and he is ready to knock somebody out.
Yeah, short
I
board.
don't know, this could go either way.
You say that all the time. Just like you could go either way, this could go either way.
Shut the fuck up, Barbarian. There's a difference between our naughty little RPs and Bert getting a kill and getting caught in a reload right here as he is smacked up by two Op 4 guys. He is knocked out and killed. He is only knocked on... Nope, he is dead. So that is why you always want to check the magazine counter in your gun, because if you're not at full and you can't kill 3 guys in the AO, you are going to die a horrible death.
I can't believe you just actually segued between saying naughty, horny RPs and actual PvP Arma 3 experience.
Shut the fuck up, Barbarian. What does it matter? We're at 100k subs for my channel. You have been doing a great job editing videos, and now Blue 4 is setting up a really good defensive line at the last cache site with a small group of Op 4 ready to pincer in. But this is
And then my sister apparently came over with my niece, and she poked her head in my room and was just like, "What's going on?" And she saw me in a balaclava with patches and a suit and tie on. I'm just like,
damage in this one AO. So we'll have to see how that goes. We also have one of the FNF staff members as a medic for Op4 piercing into this objective, but we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, I guess we will.
Mm-hmm.
I think Blue Boy's gonna win this because looking at the map, I think Red 4 lost a lot of their numbers.
Yeah, no,
So-
I do agree with that, but we could still see it turn around either way. It depends on
I don't
the
know how I
PvP
can
down
explain
here.
that, Cross.
The staff member is down, so
Could it
that
be
just
worse?
Is that's going to focus the
Could it be worse,
reliance
Linnea?
of Op4 winning this objective.
I'm drunk as
to
hell,
the,
and I have to go and explain this
TSB
shit to my
force
sister and
coming
my
in from
mother.
The south with
My
extras
mother.
Here. But otherwise, hearing AT fire off. We also do have Olaf in a BTR, so the way northwest here. They are smoking though because AT hit them. They are gonna cook off. There's the cook off, and this could go either way.
Right. Yep. My poor sister.
Barb, you okay?
No, she walks in and she sees me illuminated by 3 fucking studio quality lights with a green screen backdrop in a suit and tie and a balaclava. How do I explain that?
Well, it depends. Is she cute?
Stop asking that. She's married and has a child.
Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you still can score, Barbarian.
I am going to punch you in the throat and crush your windpipe.
I'd love to see you try.
You're right. My fist might not fit through all your fucking fat, you goddamn roly-poly motherfucker.
That's besides the point here. Op4 doing their best job to try to come up to the northern AO, but they seem to be evenly matched. As Blue 4 maintains their defensive perimeters here, as Op4 comes around and tries to get these defensive lines crushed here, but they're even. They're even. And I don't think Op4 is going to be able to get this one. It's going to be close, but once again, we are relying on the PvP that
TSB
happens
After Dark?
on the ground level.
I don't know. Total guy, thanks for the follow,
Barb,
man.
what do you think about this?
My mom says that she wants me to come say hi, and I'll be able to say hi in a minute, but like...
Go say hi to your sister. Tell her I said
no.
hello. Personally.
She doesn't know you exist, and I prefer to keep it that way.
Okay. I'll
Listen,
see you at our wedding,
her
but anyway.
her husband gives me beer. Shut the fuck up.
That's a good ratio to have. Meanwhile, Blue 4.
What do you mean by
holding out.
ratio?
That was steadily holding out against an Op4 aggressor right there, managing to get the kill. As we still have Op4 and Blue 4.
Yes, Nim, I will say that
here,
you say
in
hi.
1-to-1 fights.
Because you are respectful
I don't think
towards
Op4's
women.
going to be able to take the cash because of Blue 4's wall defense line here.
I mean, if they were able to get the guys from Nizhavoye up there and able to get a group going, I think they would have a chance. But otherwise, no, I don't think so. Otherwise, yeah, it's been a good fight. I've had my mind blown wide open because I wasn't expecting my sister to see me in a full balaclava and FNF, get up. But otherwise, it's been a good fight with Red 4 overcoming the obstacles of the castle. They got the middle cache pretty quickly. But yeah, like we kind of predicted, that northern group, because they were able to withdraw certain groups and get a good defensive line going, were able to withstand the Red 4 assault. Yeah.
So because Op4 is just trickling into this last cache site, I don't see them winning
I'm
this
gonna try
objective because
Frisco.
Blue 4 is going to be able to
I'm gonna
keep
try
their
Frisco.
hold
That's all I can
on
say.
this northern cache site here, but otherwise...
No, like they know
we
I do
could
the
still see a
streaming thing,
penetration
but I gotta
effort
explain
by
now
Op4,
the
but
whole
it's
thing,
very,
the whole
unlikely.
thing.
We do have T5
The
Bay and Op4
whole
here
thing,
that could do some
man.
additional damage here, but he's got a lot of guys to fight. Even though he
No, I
has
can't
an
see that,
MG42,
Steve.
it's going to be very difficult for him to get these kills off.
Bosnia for the win. Bosnia for the win.
Kosovo is not the Serbia.
Very true.
Ooh,
T5A doing some medical here as Risen Kill and Malin are trying to outflank Panther and Kalashnikov.
Kalachevik.
RS Blade trying to strike down on Malik and Risen Kill.
Face gets cold. I just hope this ends in the next 5 minutes so I can go take a pee.
Well, that's going to entirely depend on this answer to my question, Barbarian. Are you ready?
Am I ready for what, Lance Corporal Leroy?
I don't know. My little PogChamp member just fell over. Long story on that, by the way. Is your sister cute? Oh no, Malin is about to strike down on this D2 member. D2 goes down, and Malin is able to.
Ems, can you put a message in the editor's channel to like just at Bloodwing and be like, "Come get your mans." Just at Bloodwing and say, "Come get your mans."
But everyone's question is going to fall on this. Barb.
I'm getting Bloodwing. I'm getting Bloodwing.
Yes or no?
I'm getting
Good
Bloodwing.
luck.
I'm getting
She's asleep
Bloodwing.
right now.
I'm getting Bloodwing.
asleep right
Who is
now.
asleep at
Answer
7
the
p.m.?
fucking question.
Who is asleep? Did you drug Bloodwing again?
Are you kidding me? She's always sleepy by 7 p.m. So I'm gonna ask again. Is your sister cute? Barb, I'm not hearing an answer right now. You have to truthfully represent a question in the form of an answer.
All members of my family have a hereditarily gifted appearance and handsomeness to their physical qualities. However, you insinuating the question that is my sister cute is making me really be fucking upset at you, considering she is married with a child. Shut.
You're welcome. Anyway, Op4 seems even with Blue 4 right now as they encroach on the third cache site. Blue 4 has a few stragglers to the south, specifically 5 total, but they might be caught out of position right here as Op4 maneuvers on this little campsite. And I could see this going either way, depending on how the operation goes.
Just like how you go either way when the operation goes south.
That depends. Is your sister involved?
Oh, is a cat boy with a giant like Fuda dick involved? Wait, no. If he's a boy, then he wouldn't have a Fuda dick.
Oh my God. Anyway, Strato, who is one of the staff members of FNF, I haven't seen him in most FNF rounds, but he's definitely pulling his weight here, knocking out some of the Blue 4 members. As we also have Vargrant, Lucius, and member of 4IB come down as Swola suppresses from the side. But Op4 really needs to focus on putting that explosive specialist to work to run in and demo spec one of these objectives.
I ruined
right
it.
Here,
I ruined it. Really, Luson? I ruined it.
FNF. But it's close either way. All the players are definitely up to this little corner.
Fuck you.
And
Fuck
it's gonna depend who gets what
I
at this
ruined it?
point.
Really? I ruined it? I just want this round to be over.
We do have multiple Opor guys on the cache itself. They are trying to mag dump it at this point. Blue 4 with no one close to defend.
Charge goes off, ineffective.
Going off as well.
Actually, I think I might have heard Cactus 69. Nice. But, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, Opor is trying to destroy the cache at this time.
The beast is awoken. The beast is awoken. Hey, Liru, ask me about my sister again.
Why?
I don't know. You should ask me about my sister again.
We have Devinzer and Malin magged up in the cache sideways coming up to Dunkett. Hey, what's wrong with your sister? As Sideways runs up, he's about to shoot Malin, and the other Op4 guy in the back of the head, and Op4 was unable to destroy that cache as they were trying to mag dump it right there. Op4 is only down to 2 guys.
This is your
left
fault,
on the
Leroy.
northern side.
Everything that happens from this point on is your fault.
Oh my god, shut up. We're trying to do some PvP commentary on
Oh,
FNF, alright?
yeah.
So, we have Zammy down, but
Please
we
do,
have
short boy.
COO and...
Bloodwing, no, you can't reinforce that.
Is she hot? That's a question. That is an honest question to ask from my girlfriend, alright? That means life or death right there. We just had one of the Op4 guys go down. Blue 4 might be able to clutch this because they have a numbers advantage right here. So, Barb, is she hot? Yes or no? Barb, Bloodwing is demanding you answer the question.
I hate both of you now. I rang the alarm. I got Bloodwing up out of bed using M's. And she does this to me?
Eric, who is down after trading with another Blue 4 guy to the north.
No, but I
think Blue
can't
4 is
say
gonna
that
be
my
able
sis-
to hold this third round, but it doesn't matter. All we need to know is, Barb, is your sister hot? Yes or no?
I'm gonna rub hot sauce on your dick and ask you to fucking go take a piss.
Good luck. Bloodwing was playing Bayonetta, but now she is to my side. So, good luck trying to get close, because she is a psycho yandere. But regardless...
Oh, so you're just admitting it then.
Wakes back up, might try to get to the third objective, but I think there's too many Blue 4
Frisco?
defenders here.
This is
to
what
hold
Bloodwing is
against
for.
that objective.
What do you mean you'll lick it, Bloodwing? No, it's not a spicy sausage.
Don't judge my bae. Don't judge my bae. She'll kick your ass. Barb, unfortunately, I've taught her how to fire guns, so good luck. But she can kick your ass easily. I've made sure.
I have no friends in this world.
Blue 4 is going to be able to hold on this objective, but we'll see how things go.
Why are you hurt? Why are y'all hurting? Bloodwing, I was going to be on your side if you are on my side, but no, you let Liru's horny consume the stream and yourself. Therefore,
bro, I'm not even horny. I'm just drunk.
Bullshit! Bullshit! You were not horny.
Barb, I would be horny if you answered my question. Ready? Is your sister hot? Yes or no?
Question!
Is your sister hot? Barb, I'm gonna repeat myself. Ready? Is your sister hot? I think we broke Barbarian. Exactly. Options. That's the most important thing.
What do you mean options? No, I'm not gonna permit you to have a fucking three-way with my sister.
Barb, my friend, you've already lost then at that point, because I have a lot of special rules with Bloodwing, but that's besides the point. So, I'm going to repeat myself. Is your sister hot? He does not answer. Therefore, I'm going to assume she's super hot. And Barb, Bloodwing gets first dibs on her, so sorry to say. But anyway, we're still waiting for Eric Crew here to make a move on the cache, but he is fighting 3, 6, 7 Blue 4 players to get to there, and he is only a medic kit, so it is unlikely that he's going to be able to win this third round. So we'll have to see how things go. And yes, I will attest to that. I am Bloodwing's bitch. I do whatever the fuck she tells me to. I am under her order, and I would not like it any other way. I'm defaultly loyal to her, and she is the love of my life.
Stop sounding horny when you say that.
Shut the fuck up, Sim.
Oh, I'm so loyal. I'm so loyal to her. Oh, I'm gonna sit under her as she sits on my face. Shut the fuck up, you goddamn fucking degenerate, and stop asking my sister's hot. Sure, you do, and I know where you live, you fucking degenerate. You think I haven't reverse tracked your IP?
Is your sister hot? That's the question we've been asking tonight, Barbarian. It's not that I want to know or my fans want to know, it's if Bloodwing wants to know, alright? And she is superior to us both, so answer the fucking question.
Music is way too fitting for this.
Meanwhile, Eric, who is getting shot to shit between two Blue 4 players, and he's dead. And, all 4 is eliminated. Blue 4 wins round 3. Isn't that excellent?
Hey,
On to
Auntie
Sky-
says that her sister is hot, so you can.
I mean, that's up to Bloodwing if she wants to go for that. But anyway, that's the end of the EU FNF. So we'll be back in 45 minutes for the NA branch. Hopefully I will have sobered up. But otherwise, this has been an interesting round of the EU branch of FNF. I've just been drinking because, 100k subs, yada yada. But anyway, we'll be back in about 45, really an hour worth, because it's going to take an extra 15 minutes to get sorted. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. I hope you keep enjoying the operations from the channel. Otherwise, cheers.
Subscribe
Have a
to
good one.
twitch.tv/barbarianweeb and barbarianweeb on YouTube. I deserve 100,000 subs, much more than Liru. Liru just uploads all of his VODs completely vanilla. He doesn't do any editing. Anytime he edits, he uses Windows Movie Maker. I actually put time and effort into my things, so please subscribe to me instead. Thank you. Love you all. He muted himself.
Barb, I'm gonna go AFK for an hour. I'll see you in a bit, okay? Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Desync you at 40 frames instead of 5. You still shot me in the ass! Deal with it.
Creeds, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. I do deserve it, thank you. I'll be back in 45 minutes with NAFNF. I have so much to deal with. As soon as I hit the end stream button, I have so much to unpack, unfold, deal with.
Mountain, I didn't even cover the round. I covered the beginning. I'll see you at the top of the hour, y'all. Like, because Leo kept asking if my sister was hot, Melon. And then Bloodwing came and backed him up. I'll see you at the top of the hour. I've been Barbarian. Thank you all very much for the support. I'll see you at the top of the hour. Goodbye.